What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. Just like the Bears, we are back. We have all three of us here today. Finally, Miller is back from being ill, although he's not fully recovered, but he's here, and he's here to talk some ball with the boys. Today, we're going to break down Week 5 game by game, talk about our picks leaderboard and our fantasy league, give you an update on those things, and then we're going to jump right into our Week 6 picks and predictions. But before we get into all that, gentlemen, how are we doing?
I am dying slowly. My pharmacy wants me to suffer. But other than that, the Bears are back, so I am here. And that is what matters. Also, I got my Kyle Juszczyk hoodie, so we're here.
Sure.
I'm also dying.
Geek?
I don't have a Kyle Juszczyk hoodie, though. And the Vikings are so not back. It's painful. So, everything's bad. Everything sucks. I really don't want to be here, but here we are.
Okay. Well, not to kill the mood or anything here. Before we get into the Week 5 breakdown, I'll give you guys a quick update on our picks leaderboard and our fantasy league. Miller leads the pick leaderboard at what I believe is 46, and Miller is currently 46 and 32, while me and Geek sit tied for second at 43 and 35. And fantasy league, congratulations to our only undefeated member, Mr. J. Pow NFL, at 5-0 on the season in the Run the North Fantasy League. So
what a guy.
Miller's in second though. Miller's only lost one game, so he's in second place in the league. Me and Geek are right down in the 6 and 7 spot. But yeah, that's something in the fantasy league picks leaderboard.
I made a mistake.
We all started out
with
this week
league.
at the same.
No, just in general, having 0 running backs has not worked. Rashad Penny, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Antonio Gibson have not been putting in the work I needed them to. It's very unfortunate.
I got that Field Komet Moore stack. I couldn't be happier.
It was a real rough week for old Jakey boy. This past week, I lost on Thursday. I lost.
That's true.
Full
You straight up did.
Week on.
Oh, that's tough.
That did not go well, but yeah, congratulations to JPL NFL for still being undefeated, and congratulations to Miller for knowing more ball than us, apparently, because we all started out with the same record this week, and me both folded pretty hard.
Fantasy does not mean you know ball. Did not do that, because then we have to praise.
I'm talking about the picks leaderboard.
I got really concerned because you were talking about fantasy and then said congrats to Miller for knowing more ball than us, and it's like, no. Don't do that, because then we have to praise fantasy football.
In this fantasy league.
It's tough.
Listen, even if we said knowing fantasy means knowing ball, that doesn't mean he knows ball.
It's right.
Okay, he doesn't know anything.
Most of the stuff he says about fantasy ends up being wrong anyway. So
I don't know. I haven't seen anything he's said or posted in like a year and a half.
Yeah, he fell off the face of the earth finally. Or I just muted his account. I can't remember which it was.
Just like me. Cheers.
Geek fell off.
True.
But yeah, let's get right into Week 5 because this breakdown segment always takes us forever. So might as well start as early as possible here. Let's start out with the Thursday night football game. Bears 40, Commanders 20. Bears are back, and I'm gonna let Mo take the floor so he can express his joy.
Well, first and foremost, okay, sister, wave to me. First and foremost, rest in peace to Dick Butkus. That is the most important thing that happened on Thursday. Geek saw my live reaction to that. We were live on Eero's D&D stream, and I would have cried had I not been live. Like that hurt. That really, really hurt. And I was so convinced that Thursday was going to be the worst day ever to be a Bears fan because I thought Butkus was going to be gone. And then I thought we were going to get smacked by the Commanders. And then Justin Fields and DJ Moore decided, you know what? Nah. And it was beautiful. from beginning to end. I mean, there were still issues. I still hate Luke Getsy. I still think he doesn't know how to call football in the second half of a game. And also, FedEx Field is disgusting and needs to be fixed because players can't keep getting hurt. There were like 5 players on the Bears injury report this morning with hamstring issues, which is absurd. But the Bears won. The rookies looked good. Kari Blasingame got legitimate reps and ran the fucking football. He had 8 carries. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 8. And he had one play where he spun and he looked like an athletic turtle, and I loved it. I was so here for it. But yeah, Bears good win game. That's all I gotta say.
So
That was a surprisingly short thing. Go ahead, Geek.
I stand by this. I kind of knew the Bears would win as soon as the Dick Butkus thing got announced. I still have yet to find a number, but I am 100% certain you've got like a 90% win rate when a legend for your team passes away. Just how it works. Don't really know why. And I don't mean just the Bears. I mean just in general. That just seems to be how it always is. And I know it's just the guys playing up because of the thing. I get it, but I don't know. Fields looked pretty okay. I'm not going to say
Pretty
great.
okay.
I'm not going to say great. Dude, it was
Because
not...
they're letting
Their
him
offense still
actually run the
sucks.
football.
Right. Dude, their play design is still bad. The Commanders just don't have an actual defense. Like everybody
Yeah,
thought.
this game has not changed my mind about Luke Getsy. I
Not
think
at
he
all.
needs to-
No, Luke Getsy, no, absolutely not. Getsy's a fucking fraud.
Um,
Like, I'm not
Literally, the Bears'
hating on
offensive
Fields. I'm
game
just-
plan. Yeah. No, schematically, the offensive game plan was run behind Tevin Jenkins or throw a curl route.
Yeah.
That was it. Now, like, credit to Fields because he looked a lot more decisive
Mhm.
and was actually playing with vigor and was letting it rip and was trusting his arm and all that good stuff that we've been waiting on him to do.
Yes.
But the only thing I saw from Getsy that made me happy was like they were letting Fields do a lot of one-step drops, which Miami's been doing with Tua for over a year now and has really helped him in the short game and the quick game and just like firing the ball out and not holding on to it. And they were doing that with Fields and it worked. So props to Getsy for that. But otherwise, no, he's a total fucking sham still.
yeah.
Khalil Herbert
You
looked
guys want to
really
hear?
good, and then he exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Khalil Herbert's a dog.
You guys want to have a? You guys want to hear a fun stat
Sure.
involving this game? So Kari Blasingame had 8 carries for 26 yards, averaging 3.2 yards carry. A certain starting running
never
back in
just know.
Minnesota this week had 8 carries for 26 yards and averaging 3.2 yards a carry. Is Kari Blasingame as good as Alexander Madison at running the football? I think so. I think
Also,
so.
if I'm not mistaken, I think Kari out carried all of the Commanders' running backs.
No.
Or
Oh,
out
running
rushed,
backs,
rather.
yes.
Out-
Oh,
Sam Howell. I don't know why our defense forgot how to tackle Sam Howell in the
yeah,
third.
but
fourth
even
quarter,
including Sam Howell, Washington had 10 carries for 29 yards.
Against
Brian
the
Robinson
defense,
was the
that
only
is
running back with
carries.
carries. He had 6 carries for
That
10.
is abysmal.
Mhm.
Yeah,
the
but
Bears' run defense is like weirdly stout
Which
because
makes
Andrew
no
Billings is
sense, but-
God. Yes, it does. We have an elite nose tackle.
sure.
So just run
You guys,
it 2 yards outside
right to the outside
towards one
yeah.
of the ends.
You'd
I
think-
know.
You'd think they'd do that, but they don't.
You guys remember? When we were live for draft night,
Uh-huh.
and Washington picked one pick before a certain team
Uh-huh.
and took a certain cornerback who has now allowed just absolute masterclasses on his head for the past 2 weeks. I
Remember
have a
when we
question.
made Miller apologize for his slander on Emmanuel Forbes? Maybe we need to backtrack. Can we slander him
Who
again?
can Emmanuel Forms? Who can he guard? Who can he guard?
I don't think anybody.
AJ Osborne.
I really don't think so. KJ would
KJ
just drop
Osborne,
the ball.
yeah,
That
for
doesn't mean
sure.
good coverage. A drop does not equal
of
good
cour-
coverage. Well, according to defensive backs, it
Forbes
does.
I was gonna say Forbes is still gonna hit him with one of these, so it doesn't matter.
True.
Yeah, no,
That is my favorite
Emmanuel
thing in
Forms has been
sports.
Real bad.
DBs
listen, okay.
celebrating, doing fucking nothing
No.
is my favorite.
I don't understand Jack Del Rio saying, "Hey, go out on an island against this guy who's way taller, stronger, and faster than you, and see what happens." I don't understand that portion of the Eagles game. And then DJ Moore, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know, but I'm assuming most of that was against Forbes
I don't
because
think
it was.
it's not hard to.
I know his
cook.
longest play was against Fuller.
Yeah, the touchdown at the very end to seal the game was against Fuller, but the
Forbes
first
was
two
benched
like
at that point.
big receptions, and then the Anthem touchdown that everyone thought was a touchdown, but we found out after the game that he stepped out of bounds.
I
That was
still
all
don't
against
think he
Forbes.
did, but I've not seen any
He
foot.
did.
I saw the one
Hey,
angle from
yeah.
like way up left. It's like he didn't step out, and I've seen nothing else.
He did.
All 22 angle shows you
Did
that
it?
he
Okay.
stepped out, unfortunately. Which, by the way, I just want to say, I want to call out a certain individual I call out quite often, Mr. Theo Ash.
Damn it.
That was the only thing he said about that game. Justin Fields went off. DJ Moore went off. The Chicago Bears won a game. What does this biased little Packer-loving bitch do? Looks out to me. Shut the fuck up. Literally shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Take
he
your
was right.
bias, shove it directly up your rectum, where your little fucking Caesars is. Listen,
Hey, we're all
Stay Hot
biased
being
here.
sponsored- Listen, okay. Stay Hot being sponsored by Little Caesars is the most ironic thing in the world because it's mediocre takes and mediocre pizza.
It's not
Like, it
mediocre
is a perfect
pizza, though.
pairing.
Little Caesars is
Little
bad.
Ce- I have never had.
Good.
But
Okay, that's fair. Little Caesars is pretty bad.
I think Bladen's entertaining.
would be
I
nice.
don't really know how much ball he knows, but I like
Bladen-
Bladen.
I actually think
Spawn Hour I love, dude.
I actually think Spawn Hour is one of the most
Problem
entertaining
is-
people on
Oh,
any
I love
podcast
Spawn
I've ever
Hour.
listened
The
to.
problem is, I love Bladen and Spawn Hour.
Yeah,
The problem is Theo brings them down.
so true.
Because, like,
We're
listen,
bullying.
I like Theo when he's not just pushing a needless agenda. Like,
You're never
get-
getting
like,
Theo on this show.
I don't care. I had Theo on one of my
Look at
shows
Spawn
before.
Hour,
You can
though.
ask Jake. Was not a pleasant experience.
Oof.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, at a certain point, Geek, you're right. We all have our biases, but at a certain point, we will still admit when our biases are wrong, or we will praise other teams. Like, I said kind things about the Packers. I've gone on record, even though I shit on Jordan Love constantly. I don't think he's a guaranteed bust. I don't think it's over for Love. I think he can be an NFL quarterback. I think he can be the guy. For Minnesota, I said all offseason, despite the losses, they can still be a good football team.
We'll talk
Theo,
about
if it's
Minnesota in a
anything
minute.
but-
Look, you're getting cooked
yeah,
for that one.
that didn't age well, but on the bright side,
It's fine.
the point is,
It aged
I wasn't
fine.
biased with it. But when it comes to Theo, it's Green Bay praise. They'll say nice things about Detroit because that's the hot team that everyone wants to say nice things about. But Minnesota, he shits on constantly. Chicago, all three of them shit on constantly. Like, I have not seen them acknowledge a positive thing about Chicago yet. They gave Darnell Wright on draft night a D, and he's been the best rookie tackle by a country mile. He's been one of the 10 best rookies in
guys-
football. And they
you
haven't
guys
said a
will
damn
never-
thing.
I also didn't like
You guys
Darnell
will never
Wright, though,
believe-
but he's been cooking.
Well, y'all
You
were
guys will
wrong.
never believe. Miller, you just mentioned how they like kind of ride the Lions. You guys will never believe where Little Caesars headquarters is.
Detroit?
It's not in Detroit, is it?
It's in Detroit. It all comes together. It all comes together.
All right.
Anywho,
All right. Shout out to
Yeah,
Spawn
but-
Hour and Bladen, though. They seem like
Valid.
nice
Yeah.
guys.
Spawn Hour's the GOAT.
there's a
Dude,
There's your back
how
for-
high is he when he posts on his second account, though? Dude is
He's
blitzed
just doing his
every
thing.
time.
whatever he's doing, he can keep doing it.
Fucking funny,
As long as he wants. The Bears are back. Forbes sucks. Moving on. London game happened. I didn't watch it because it was at 9:30
Told
in the
ya.
morning.
though. Told you. You guys are going to get to tell me all about it all day. I get to tell you all about this one.
Is victory
The
lap
Bills
a 5-point victory? This is
Because
crazy.
the Bills cannot beat the Jags. It's like not physically possible. Better Josh Allen
That's not
wins
why they
everything.
Better
lost.
Josh Allen. Yep,
Yep.
he
They
must
lo-
win.
They lost because the Jaguars have been in London for 2 weeks and they got there on Thursday night. And we're
That
extremely
sounds like
tired
a
and
skill
sweaty.
issue. The Bills should have flown out on Monday
I
like a
hate it.
smart person.
Nope. See,
Blame that on Sean McDermott, but
the
that's
Bills should be forced to play all of their games in London forever now. They are now the London Bills.
That's tough, but valid.
should be the London Jaguars. That's the only place that can consistently win. And
True.
so might as well just stay
Also,
there.
Buffalo's kind of fucked now.
Oh, dude, what
Matt
is the
Milano,
injury
Daquan
bug for
Jones.
them?
I think Matt
Definitely
Milano's
gonna
done
be
for the
tough to run.
year.
Daquan Jones
Yeah, I think
and
Matt
Matt Milano
Milano's
are
done for the year.
They lost Matt
Yeah.
Milano and their top run defender for the year in the same game.
And Trey White's out for the year too. He got hurt
Mhm.
against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
That
Von
defense
Miller's
is
coming
it's
back,
it's
though.
it's he
Yeah.
already came back.
Yeah, he
That's what I
kinda
mean. Like,
played.
Did he?
they're yeah, but did he play like
Did
a
he-
full game or was it like a limited snap count thing? I didn't watch the game.
I think it was limited. I also didn't watch. I was passed
Yeah.
the fuck out.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
so I
because
was
he only
saying,
had
like,
one
he's-
assisted tackle, he probably didn't play the full game.
Right.
Yeah, so they're easing him back in. He's making his comeback. That's what I was trying to say.
True.
I have some propaganda to push.
Let's go. I like propaganda.
I think
Mhm.
Travis Etienne is really, really good. I
Yeah,
know the run defense isn't good for Buffalo, but I think Travis Etienne is really, really good.
No, Travis Etienne's good. The concern with him has always just been,
Health.
yeah, he lil guy, but when he's healthy,
He
dude's
little guy.
great.
Dude, 5.2 carry, 136 and 2 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, he's a workhorse. I think he's a borderline, if not already, a top 10 running back in the NFL. Which, with all the injuries, he might currently be one.
yeah.
I would say. But Trevor Lawrence played okay, 315 for a tutty. Calvin Ridley had 7 catches for 122 yards. Jags did their thing. Josh Allen, stupid pick. You know, he does it.
Yeah. Can the Jags just decide if they're a good football team or not? I don't
Jags
understand.
Should be
should
one of
do-
those that can never
Trade
decide.
Josh Allen to the Bears.
Bills should also trade their Josh Allen to the Bears.
I don't want that one. He can stay as far away from Chicago as possible.
Miller just wants better Josh
can't-
Allen. I get it.
I can't. Yes, I do. I do want better Josh Allen. Also,
Wait,
the
hold up.
only thing I did get from that game is apparently Andre Cisco's like a fucking dog. I
Oh,
saw a couple
good,
clips
yeah.
of him going crazy.
This is great. Are you guys looking at the box score right now or no?
I am, yeah.
I
Okay,
don't have a
so- Miller, if you had to guess, how many yards do you think James Cook averaged per carry this week?
Oh God. It- 2?
Try
Negative
again.
0.8.
Negative
Negative
0.8.
0.8 yards per carry. 5 carries for negative 4 yards for James Cook. The leading rusher was 14 yards for Josh Allen, 13 for Damian Harris, and 6 for Latavius Murray, and then James Cook with negative 0.8.
Negative 0.8 is incredible.
So yeah, they need to figure out the run game badly. It's just
Oh,
it's so
God.
bad.
Dude,
This is
the
why
Bills'
the
O-line
Bills
is
are never
awful.
gonna be serious contenders.
dude, James Cook
They
is
can't
actually
defend the
really
run,
good,
and
though.
they- Right, that's the problem though.
Their
They
O-line.
can't defend the run and they can't run the ball. If you can't defend the run and you can't run the ball, you're not going to survive when it gets cold.
Miller,
You're
I
screwed.
haven't paid enough attention to the Bills. Is Osiris Torrance playing? Is he just like bad? Does anybody know? Is he just like awful?
I'm sure Torrance is fine. The problem is they don't have a fucking right tackle. They haven't had a right tackle. The dude they're starting, I can't remember his name
Spencer
for the life of me.
Brown, right?
Is not a serious. Yeah, Spencer Brown's not a serious football player. And the other half of their line is like old and kind of okay. I guess Deion Dawkins is good, but I can't remember who their other guard is off the top of my head.
I got
He's
nothing.
played 333 snaps this year, which is
Yeah.
like
It's got to be most.
66 a game. So I'm assuming he's
Yeah.
played every game. He's got a
He's
59
starting.
PFF grade with 0 sacks allowed, is what I'm looking at. So
Yeah, the problem
I
is though
don't
he's
know how much
supposed to
stock
be,
I put in PFF, but they do usually do okay with offensive linemen. But
see,
yeah, I
that's
need to watch some film
the
on
thing.
him.
Geek and I have had this conversation before. I don't think they actually know offensive linemen. It's just no one else knows how to evaluate offensive linemen, so they assume
That's probably
PFF
true.
does.
Yeah.
That's probably
Um,
true.
but
Because
that
the
being said,
Vikings have the
I
best O
haven't
line
watched.
in football, according to PFF, and I really don't think so. So,
Yeah, I haven't watched Buffalo's offensive line to be able to tell, but it's
right?
just a consistent theme with them. They can't run the ball, and now with Daquan Jones being gone and Matt Milano being gone, and them not
They're in
spending
trouble.
any legitimate assets on the interior of their defensive line, it's almost like if they would have drafted a defensive tackle late in the first round instead of taking a fat wide receiver, they wouldn't be in a situation.
Mozzie.
Or Keanu
He doesn't
Benton.
play with the
Either
Cowboys, but
or.
yeah.
No, but imagine
Benson.
Mozzie and Osiris being their top two picks. Because let's be real, what has Kincaid brought to this team? Like, actually, has he
A couple
made the
passes.
offense better? Were any of them
I haven't
passes
heard
or
of-
routes that Dawson Knox couldn't have just ran anyways? Like,
People forget
what
Dawson
did that
Knox was
help
good
him?
until his. Yeah,
And he has 118 yards and no touchdowns this year. Like,
What's Dawson Knox
he's
at?
done nothing. Let's see.
That's not right. Dawson
Yeah.
Knox has 75
He
yards and
is
one touchdown.
75 yards and
They're the same
a tutty.
fucking loser.
Yeah.
It's almost like I've been saying that
Is it-
since
well-
draft night. Shocker.
yeah,
Dude,
mm,
that was such a bad
But-
pick. And I don't even hate Kincaid.
Yeah,
It's just
it
for
was.
who they are and what they needed. That was so dumb. Secondary help would have
Yeah.
been cool. Joey Porter Jr. would have cooked. Especially now with no
Yeah.
Trey White and Kyrie Elam being fucking awful.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Like,
Jaguars get another London win. They're heading home. Boys, we're inching closer and closer to a Malik Cunningham appearance.
please.
The Patriots lose 34-0 to the New Orleans Saints, and they're not going to bench Mac this week. They've already said this. However, the time could come this season at
So-
some point.
Last week's episode, I picked the Patriots before we found out that Gonzo was Gonzo. I think this is some bullshit. I bet on their defense, and then their defense wasn't existent, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
The
Turns out
Patriots
when you
are
don't have your
firmly
one
in
corner
Caleb Williams'
against
watch.
Michael Thomas and Chris Olave. It doesn't usually go too well for you.
People are gonna hate the Bears and they trade Carolina's pick to New England and they give Bill Belichick another generational quarterback.
If y'all give
Yeah,
Bill
those are gonna
win.
Belichick Caleb Williams, I'm burning Chicago to the ground.
I like the Patriots. That's a win-win for me.
I mean, to be fair, we're gonna be at the draft,
True.
so we might get to see Geek just break down mentally in person. Just be like, "There's no way this just happened." Me and Miller
Kicking down Ryan Poles' door.
Geek's off to the side. He's just already on his phone buying a plane ticket to Chicago. Like,
Yep.
but
Boys, I'm out.
Yeah, Patriots suck. They are a bad football team. Mac Jones sucks. He's a bad quarterback.
Dude, he's so bad.
There is nothing
Yeah.
good about the Patriots without Gonzo. So
I regret buying in a little bit to Mac at the end of the offseason. I got gaslit.
Yeah, I
by
tried
myself.
really
Their
hard
running
to
backs,
talk you out of
they're-
it.
their running backs can't do
I
anything. They have no
myself.
serious receiving options. I mean, there's nothing good
Yeah.
about this football team. There's nothing. Saints played a decent game. Wasn't even their best, really. I mean, Alvin Kamara, 3.6 yards a carry, rush for 80 yards and a tutty. He's back. We'd love to see it.
Oh,
About it, man.
if
I
I,
mean,
ever
like-
hear Mac Jones's friends talking about how you can't turn trash into treasure with the Patriots offense, I would just like people to remember that Chris Hogan was once Brady's best receiver on a Super Bowl team.
Mhm.
Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, Juju, Gesicki, they're all better than most of the receivers Brady had most of his career. Nah, none of them are Jefferson. Sure, but they're not bad. That's such bullshit. So dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
They made a
Saints
mistake
just-
letting Jacoby go, though. They
True.
should have
They
kept
really
Jacoby
did.
over
Yeah.
Juju.
For the
They
same
should've
money as
kept Jacoby
Juju,
Myers.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the exact same money. Yeah, Patriots suck.
Yes.
Caleb Williams watch for Belichick, which is just
Bad.
awful. Titans 16, Colts 23. This was a sad game. Nothing good happened in this game. Anthony Richardson's out for 8 weeks.
I think just be done for the year.
Jonathan Taylor didn't get any carries. Zach Moss outrushed him. This is just a bad game. Miller, why are you sad?
Yeah. Because Anthony Richardson's hurt, and we have to talk about the Titans. That's a lose-lose.
Put Anthony Richardson
Yeah.
out for the year. Do not bring him back early. Do not Cam Newton this kid's shoulder, dude. Do fucking not. If the Colts let him play another snap this year, they should all be fired into the sun. I'm sorry, he's 21.
Because
don't fuck with
the
his
latest-
future. Your
the
season's
latest
over.
he comes back is week 14, 13. It's the latest. And at that point, they probably won't be in playoff contention with Gardner Minshew. So I wouldn't say that you should bring him back. But yeah, the Titans. Let's talk about the Titans. Miller's favorite team to talk about ever.
I feel so bad for being so negative towards the Titans because my boy Cass, I don't hate the Titans. They're just so boring. What is there to talk
They're so
about?
boring.
Tyjae Spears is the only thing I care about.
Hey, Derrick
And
Henry
Tyjae
and
is
like
Spears
D-Hop.
averaging more yards a carry than Derrick Henry.
I've never been a big like D-Hop's cool. I've never been a big D-Hop fan. He doesn't like get me excited. I'm
D-Hop's-
sorry.
I love a good jump ball receiver, and there's no better jump
yeah,
ball receiver in
listen.
football. Nobody close.
D-Hop when he makes big plays is fun, but I'm saying like I'm not like a diehard D-Hop enjoyer.
I'm a big
He's doing
D-Hop
Same
guy.
thing
140
with
yards
Derrick
today.
Henry.
I
Same
mean,
thing with Derrick Henry.
I'm a big D-Hop guy. I've never really bought into the Derrick Henry hype at all.
I mean, I get the hype. I just don't like go crazy over Derrick Henry. I like Tyjae better. That's the
But
other
I think
thing.
it's because of the way people talk about Derrick Henry. He's great. But people like
Mhm.
put him on a level that bugs me. And
Yeah.
it's too much.
yeah.
I will say I have a lot of respect for Derrick Henry because he might be like the true or the last true like Hall of Fame caliber running back we see for a long, long time.
CMC.
Just because
Chubb.
Chubb.
longevity is the only issue with those two. That's my only concern there.
Well,
Like CMC,
longevity's
I
not a
think-
thing. Remember, the greatest running back of all
Mm.
time played 8 years. Longevity doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. I don't know, but CMC, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess longevity isn't really an issue with him because he's in San Fran now and he doesn't get ran into the fucking ground. But
Miller,
Nick
you do have
Chubb,
a
like,
reason to be-
especially with the knee stuff,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Miller, you do have a reason to be happy about this game.
why?
Not only because of Tyjae Spears, but do you know who the Colts' leading receiver was this game?
Was it Josh Downs?
6 catches for 97
Woo!
yards for Josh
Let's
Downs.
go!
His first actual appearance in an NFL game this year. So congratulations to Josh Downs for leading Michael Pittman Jr. and Mo Alley Cox in receiving.
So,
He finally did it.
is it Levis or Willis time yet?
No.
Dude, Tannehill's
gonna
been
keep
Those
trotting
the
out
two are
Tanner
worst.
both
shit.
terrible.
I don't
They're
care.
both terrible.
They're gonna keep trotting out Tana shit.
They cannot be worse than Tannehill. I don't care.
Oh, they
I-
can be.
They
Dude.
can't be, but
They
it's
can't be. I don't. Dude,
Malik Willis definitely was last year.
I don't know if he
Listen,
was.
they
Letting
hate
him
the-
throw 4 times a game. Tannehill's first 4 throws were like 2 interceptions and 2 incompletions. Like, letting him throw 4 times a game and then pretending he
See-
can't throw doesn't really work. That's not real.
the problem is the Titans hate Malik Willis,
Valid.
and
So
I don't
put
know,
Mayo
Will
Boy
Levis
in the
is
game.
weird,
I don't
though.
know. Or
it's weird.
I don't think Mayo Boy's good at football.
Tannehill's not good at football. Why do
Shoulda
we need
kept-
to keep seeing
Should have
it?
kept Dobbs.
True.
Should have kept Dobbs.
True.
Should have kept Dobbs, to be completely honest with ourselves here. Yeah, I mean, he's doing perfectly fine in Arizona.
He's been awesome.
But yeah. But yeah,
Ugh.
Colts 23, Titans 16. We won't be seeing the Colts win much in the next few weeks, I don't think. But Ravens, what happened?
Dude,
What happened, Lamar? What happened?
Fraudel Beckham Jr. happened.
why are we blaming Odell?
that guy does
like
not-
Zay Jones didn't just decide to drop 2 passes and fall down 4 times because he just.
I really wish Zay Jones played for
is
the
in
Ravens.
Jacksonville.
That's not what I meant. Zay Flowers. Yikes. Wrong Zay. Also, bigger thing.
I'm sorry.
Why did all of Lamar's receivers decide they were actually afraid of the football? All of them.
I don't know.
Not the ha-ha funny kind of afraid. The like, oh, this is a perfect throw. I'm just going to fall down and not catch it instead because I'm wide open and that would be too easy.
No,
Oh,
no,
dude.
I don't. The reason I threw the blame at Odell is because he's done literally nothing all year.
And
That's
also, he
just rude.
made 0 attempt on that Joey Porter Jr. interception, which was a bad
Yeah,
throw.
I
But
I was
still,
going to say it was a bad throw.
very,
Just
very
commit
low
PI
effort.
instead? I guess, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Yeah,
He should have
'cause then
just
he wouldn't
fucking
intercept
tackled
it.
him.
So yeah,
Yeah, lose the
he-
15 yards, but like
Just-
you still
just
have the
don't-
ball.
Just prevent him from picking that. But
Yeah.
good play by Joey Porter Jr. Getting
Yeah.
around and getting the pick. So Joey Porter Jr. sighting.
I hope we never
George.
see him again.
I bet the
George
Bills
Pickens.
wish they had JPJ right now.
No.
George Pickens. I
Oh
want
my
to talk
God,
about George
yeah.
Pickens, please.
That's
I
so-
Thank
don't.
you.
Okay. Go ahead, because I want to talk about another individual.
God.
I think I know who he wants to talk about. I'm going to talk about George Pickens. 6 catches, 130 yards. He's here. He's arrived.
Damn.
He beat the allegations. He actually got separation. Didn't have to go up and make like some ridiculous one-handed catch over a dude. That last touchdown was sick. Yeah, 21.7 yards per catch. No contested catch merchant Pickens here. Don't know what you're talking about. Now, Miller, I don't know if you're talking about who I think you're going to talk about, but if you're talking about the guy who threw him the football, then go ahead. But
That's not where I was
You're not-
going with that
okay.
at all. No.
talk about Canada.
Yeah, Matt Canada is fucking
Hmm.
awful, dude. He got
I
mad
really
'cause he
really
won.
hope. I was gonna say I really hope that he was mad because Pickett checked out of his play. I really hope that's why he was upset
Well,
because
the
that's
funny
just
thing is,
awful coaching.
did you guys hear about the fire Canada chants at the
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Penguins Chicago Blackhawks game?
I-
Yeah,
Dude, they were
yeah.
doing
so
those
funny
chants
to me.
during
it's everywhere.
this game.
It's everywhere.
Right.
During this
Well, I'm
game,
saying
during
it's
the hockey
funny,
game.
The hockey game, it's funny because 13 of the players like on the respective teams are Canadian players and probably don't know
Yeah.
who the fuck Matt Canada is.
Yeah,
They're
that's
probably
really funny.
so
They're like, "Hey guys, wait a minute.
Wait, what did we do?
Um.
What do we
But,
do, eh?
Also, I saw a really funny TikTok of a Steelers fan who put a cameo in for the guy who plays Hank in Breaking Bad to say that they should get Matt Canada out of Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
It was really, it's just, I don't understand how he still has a job. Is this Mike Tomlin being like, I want to keep him? That's what people seem to think.
He's
that
got
this is Mike
dude,
Tomlin's
he-
doing.
It's Mike
he
Tomlin
caught Mike
keeping a
Tomlin with an
scapegoat.
intern or something.
No, Mike
Uh,
Tomlin just wants a
That's
scapegoat.
more.
So when somebody
That's a
tries
more
to say it's his
politically
fault,
correct
he
move.
can fire
I am
Canada,
seeing some
they can start cooking,
nasty,
and people can go, "Oh yeah,
some
Tomlin's the goat again."
nasty-
I forgot,
some nasty
Yeah.
Tomlin discourse recently.
dude.
I'm
Everyone that
seeing
hates on Mike Tomlin is
rhetoric is crazy.
dude. Let Tomlin go anywhere else, please. Pittsburgh's such a dumpster fire. Anywhere he goes, they're gonna be a great team. Tomlin is such
And there
a
are
good
people.
coach.
There are people on Twitter calling him a bad coach and saying that he's the reason why Matt Canada sucks. And I'm just like,
What?
man,
Yes, Mike
Yes.
Tomlin, known offensive mastermind, is the
there was a
reason why
Steelers fan who was
Matt
like,
Canada's
"Well, who
bad
do you
at his
think
job."
taught Matt Canada everything he knows?" And I was like,
Oh my god.
Dude,
Dude,
Matt Canada
Let's
works
find that out.
Mike
Let's find
Tomlin
that
is a
out.
top 5 coach in the league, and I stand by that. I don't know who else
Let's
is on the
find
list,
out.
but he's on it.
Matt Canada has coached at NC State, Pitt, LSU, Maryland. His only NFL coaching is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So he
As the
learned
quarterback
offense.
coach, and then he started as the quarterbacks coach, then just started getting promoted until he's the OC.
So who was
That's what
he
happened.
quarterbacks coach for?
Steelers.
No, but
They
like
hired as their
who was their
quarterbacks coach.
OC?
I think it
Oh.
was it Fickner?
At that time.
Randy Fickner. Randy Fickner.
Okay.
This guy
No,
who coaches the
Fickner was
coordinator.
in 2020. So who was the Steelers' offensive coordinator?
What year was
when?
he the quarterbacks coach?
Oh yeah, no, it was.
20,
I'm sorry,
2020.
totally.
So that's
Yeah,
Fickner.
it was Fickner.
Yeah. So that was Big Ben's last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When the
2020?
offense was
Or was it
really
21?
fucking bad. Don't know. Either way, the
Well,
offense was
21
bad
they
both
were
years.
really bad. Yeah, but either way, yeah. Matt Canada sucks, and
I
he should
found
be
out Matt
fired.
Canada coached at Northern Illinois. I'm sad,
He did, yes.
but he won
Just
him
like
a
it.
MAC championship game. So
It's probably the defense, not the offense. Let's be
one
real.
more thing, one more thing about the Pittsburgh
for it.
Steelers. We got to talk about number 11. I believe it's number 11.
A-Rob.
Where's number 11 for that?
A-Rob too.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh,
Allen
A-Rob?
Robinson. Yeah, he's
That's
doing
180 yards a
cardio
catch.
again.
Yep.
He's doing cardio again. He does not care. And I love it
Nope.
because I remember all the Steelers fans were like, "Hey, we got such a steal. We traded a 6th-round pick
Crafty.
for
We got a
Allen Robinson."
crafty veteran.
He gave him the second
guess
most
what? He
catches
doesn't
of
care
anybody
about
on the team.
football.
What do you mean?
With what, 1?
5.
He had 5 catches?
Yeah.
Still sucks.
On the season, he's got 17 for $137.
Oh my gosh, he had 7 more yards.
Chase
than
Claypool
Pickens.
ass state
He has-
stat line.
Yeah, he is.
Not
he has
Chase
7 more
Claypool would have
yards
4
in
tuds.
this
What do you
season
mean? He did
than
that one
Pickens
time.
Pickens had in this game. That's crazy.
Yeah, no. Anyways, moral of the story, Allen Robinson sucks. He sucked since his last 2 years in Chicago, and I'm tired of people pretending he's any good.
You know who the
He
Steelers
brought
offense
this
is
upon
missing?
himself.
Deontay. Really bad.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Because then
need
Allen
him.
Robinson wouldn't see the
Pickens is
field.
here.
Because Deontay being gone means, the offense gets better. Steelers fans hate Deontay, and I don't really understand it. I see it all the
Get
time.
him out of Pittsburgh.
Please do.
I think
Deontay's my
the-
goat.
They gotta. I don't know, man. Steelers fans be Steelerin'.
True.
You know, you know
It's
how
true.
it be.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They be complaining.
There was only one 0-5 team in the NFL, gentlemen.
Yes.
Carolina Panthers.
They are so
And
dysfunctional.
They are so
they are
bad.
such a mess.
But
Oh,
Twitter's telling me Adam Thielen's the best receiver in football now. Because he keeps having 100-yard
Twitter's
games.
not telling you that. You're a liar.
No. People are
What are they
hyping
saying,
up
man?
Adam Thielen, saying Minnesota made a mistake letting him go because he's the only receiver on the Panthers who knows how to run a route and catch. So
Yeah, what is he getting, like 30 receptions a game to hit that 100 yards?
right, he's not this week. It was only 11, but still.
11 for 107.
Only
Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
This week he only had
11.
double-digit catches, guys.
no,
Guys,
yeah, dude,
it's
that's
not that
been
bad.
every game where he's gone over 100 yards. It's double-digit catches to
we-
get there.
Can we acknowledge the fucking Frank Reich press conference real quick? Did you guys see that?
I did not. What
He
happened?
was just like,
Oh
basically
my
just
God,
like
yeah.
the owners suck.
Oh,
Yeah, he in the most diplomatic way possible.
Let's
I can't
go.
remember exactly.
Yeah, the
how he
nicest way
worded it.
possible. He was just
He
like,
was like,
the ownership forced me to pick Bryce Young. Please help.
yeah, he was like the ownership. Sometimes you got to deal with the ownership coming in and making a lot of decisions and being really hands-on and doing things you don't necessarily agree with. But that's part of the job. It's still early, and yeah, like Jake said,
bro,
he
Frank
basically
wanted
was-
CJ Stroud so fucking bad. I love
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
he did. He
No,
was just
Since that came out, pretty much every NFL insider has been like, it was the worst kept secret in the world that the Panthers were going CJ at 1 until
Yeah.
their owner stepped in at the last
Wanted
second.
CJ.
Which,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. I still think Bryce is a better prospect, but CJ fits what Frank Reich likes in a quarterback more because he's just
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
tall, slightly athletic, accurate.
Frank's
and
had to
smart.
change the way he runs his offense because
Mm-hmm.
Bryce cannot run Frank Reich's offense. And that's not a shot at Bryce.
Mhm.
He's just not big enough. He can't
Yeah.
just sit in the pocket and
Yeah.
stare over the middle and dice up a defense like that. That's not what Bryce Young is good at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you
as
guys
shit, though.
do
I
you,
love
do you guys
that.
know who I think is pretty good though? Not that we didn't know this already. I think David Montgomery's pretty good at football.
No,
David
he's
Montgomery's pretty good at
bad.
football.
Remember, because Jahmyr Gibbs should be better. That's why he
5.7
didn't
yards
play.
a carry.
I am rooting so against Jahmyr Gibbs.
I love the
because
Campbell presser
fucking
today.
yeah.
Wait, what did
It
Campbell
was
say?
just like we got David Montgomery to be our bell cow. Gibbs is going to be used in a lot of ways, mostly as a catcher.
Fair.
I was just like, okay, well,
Yeah, he
there's a reason
essentially
why they
said
got
Monty's
Montgomery.
He said
Gibbs
Monty's
isn't a
the
bell
lead
cow.
back and Gibbs is a change of pace back, is what he essentially tried to say.
That is exactly. I'm pretty sure that is verbatim. I'm pretty sure he said change of pace. But
God love Dan Campbell, dude.
Except he wasn't.
But,
the change of pace back day was Craig Reynolds.
sure
Tough.
was hurt.
What if
I
Jahmyr
know,
Gibbs
but-
just isn't good?
Then I'd
That'd be
be
really
right,
funny because they
and
picked him,
everyone should be offended.
What, 12th overall? Hey, listen, we can go back to the screenshot of us on draft night. All the looks on our faces when they took Jahmyr Gibbs. So we can
I
go back
didn't
to that
think
if you'd
Jahmyr.
like.
Because
But
I remember me and Miller getting in this argument about Jahmyr. Because Miller thought Jahmyr was the second best running back in this class, and I didn't think he was
also,
a
like,
top
30
five running
seconds
back.
before they announced the pick, like 30 seconds before they announced the pick, Miller kind of goes under his breath. He goes, "It's gonna be Gibbs, isn't it?" And
He
then it
did
was.
too.
And
Oh,
yeah, but
Should have been
Never
Devon
forget
AJ.
They had
to
him
stop
higher.
looking.
They had him higher on their board than Bijan.
that's insane, dude.
It would have taken Gibbs
Fire
if Bijan was there.
Detroit.
That's the funniest part.
Fire Detroit.
So
All of it.
yeah, they don't deserve to have the draft there next year. We should put
Dan
it somewhere
Campbell,
else.
come to Chicago.
Punishment
No.
is going to Chicago to be the head coach, and Ben Johnson is coming with you as your OC too. That's just how
No,
it works.
please. No, thanks. No, please.
Now Ben Johnson will just be their head coach next year. Either way,
Tremaine
no,
Edmonds
please.
and Dan Campbell in the same room would be fucking
No, please.
odd.
Dude, Dan Campbell's so confusing to me. Because everybody
Why?
thinks he's a defensive guy. He's not. He's an offensive
just-
coach.
Right.
He's just he was a
It's
tight
just-
end,
his mindset
Right.
just screams defense.
right? I get
right,
it. But
exactly.
he called the plays for Detroit until Ben Johnson got there.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me. This Dan Campbell
funny.
defense. There's never once been a Dan Campbell defense. Not one time. Not one time
Yeah.
in all of history.
What do you guys think? Like
What if-
genuinely, this is a conversation to have now that the Lions are 4-1. Where do you guys think Dan Campbell ranks among head coaches?
He's top 10.
Top 10, you think?
I don't know. Let me draw out a list. I don't know.
I'm a big
Okay,
culture
now
guy.
next question.
Fair.
Where do you guys think Jared Goff ranks among quarterbacks?
Top 15. Top 12, maybe.
No.
I don't know
Put him
about
top 12. You're putting him over
yeah.
many way better quarterbacks.
Who am I not thinking of?
Jared Goff or Dak?
Dak.
Okay. Yeah.
Daily.
There you go. Tag.
Every
yeah.
time.
hmm
Right. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's top 12.
Jared Goff or
there you go.
Cuzzo.
That's who I wasn't thinking of. What? No.
There's
that's
no.
all.
I was gonna say, don't you fucking dare.
Jared Goff or Fields? Jared Goff or Fields?
Gee, give me Fields, actually, though. Not even joking.
Younger, dual threat.
And I'm
Stronger
sorry,
arm.
if he had Ben Johnson, it would not be this bad. I promise. That offense is so.
I wouldn't
Dude,
say so.
the screen game is insane. Getsy runs the offense for Chicago that Vikings fans think Kevin O'Connell is running. It's incredible. Why is every play just a
What
designed
I'm
check down?
hearing
It's not.
is we
That's
should
just how Cuzzo
switch
plays
offensive
football.
Play callers.
No. No. No,
That's what
God.
I'm hearing.
No, because then JJ wouldn't play anymore. Be like DJ Moore.
Jerry Jacobs is.
Why do we not
Jerry
give the
Jacobs
ball
is
to
pretty
JJ?
He would
good, though.
play. He would play. It would just take 3 weeks to figure out how to use him, despite him being
This
the
is
most
true.
talented player on the
Yes.
field.
No, I'm so
Yeah.
good on that. Thanks, Doug.
Also, yeah, Jerry Jacobs is
Jerry
him,
Jacobs
and
is
I've
pretty
been
good at
saying this
football.
for years now.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I've
I've
been saying it for
been
years. I hopped on the train this past offseason, but yeah.
I've
like
been a
Jerry
Jerry
Jacobs.
Jacobs supporter ever since he quote tweeted my tweet. 2 off seasons ago, I tweeted, "Who are some young corners I should be
I
looking out
remember
for
this
that are on the
tweet.
I
come
do
up?"
too,
Remember
And
this
because
Jerry
tweet.
Jacobs quote tweeted the tweet with the eye emoji, and I was like,
we talked
yes,
about Cam
you know my
Dantzler.
guy.
Because I remember saying,
Mhm.
because he was a rookie and you were like,
worked
that's
out.
not really what you were looking for. But I was like, I don't care about Cam Dantzler or Caleb Evans is better, and I was right. But you were
Yeah.
like, I'm not looking for rookies,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck, okay. But yeah, Cam Dantzler could be
can't
good,
remember
and
who
then
I ended
I
up-
don't know what Cam did. You went with Cam for the Vikings.
Yeah. No, I didn't do team. I did position, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't. Did I do Dantzler for corner?
Yeah, because
Okay,
we both
'cause I
like
remember I
watched
did
the
that-
tape together and we're like, dude, this could be Sherm. And then I guess
Right.
he fucked somebody's wife and the NFL's just out on him.
Right.
Yeah.
But I did that, and then I remember at the tail end of the video, I was like, Jerry Jacobs is a quick honorable mention.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to put him because like he was a UDFA and was coming off like a season-ending injury. He
Yeah.
played like 5 games his rookie year. And I was like, I love what I saw in those couple games, but I think it's too early to like make an actual call.
Right.
And now he's like just him, I guess. He's just like he had that like the number one thing I saw when I first watched him was the dude was scrappy and just had that dog in him, and it's translated. I should have known because it's fucking Detroit, but you know.
Guys,
No.
I have a quick question for you.
No.
Do we want to see Taylor Heineke?
Yes.
Do we?
Yes. I'm still
No,
not
I
moved
never
by
wanted
Ritter,
to
dude.
see Taylor Heineke.
I think Ritter played a very, 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 very fine football game, and they won.
Very serviceable indeed.
20 for 37 for 329 and a touchdown. He had 4 carries for 10 yards and a touchdown. He threw the ball to Kyle Pitts, which is what you should do.
Congrats. He
So,
finally learned to use his
He
best
finally
weapon.
learned
for him.
to use his best weapon, which is why
It only took 2 years. Good job.
maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe we shouldn't see
His
Heineke.
leash should be incredibly short. Dude, he's been the worst quarterback in football all year. I don't.
More
And yet the
important,
Falcons are
Bijan
3-2,
Robinson caught a
and-
football behind his back.
That was incredible.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, did you see the
Yeah, he
Falcons camera angle that's like directly over the top?
Mhm.
That's so sick.
The Raiders have it
Yeah.
too.
Oh, do
Yeah,
they? That's
showed a
so
Josh
sick.
Jacobs run. Yeah.
But no, I agree with both of you. Like, I think Heineke, I don't want to see Heineke yet, but Ritter's leash has to be incredibly short. Like, it's definitely been rough. It's just, if he's going to have a serviceable game like that, that's all they need from that quarterback in that type of offense is a serviceable game. And if Ritter can prove to be okay, then I think you're fine.
I'd say
But
so. Yeah.
if he starts to or not regress, but like goes back to where he's at, because who the fuck did the Falcons even play this week? I watched the tail end of the game and I
Texans.
don't remember. Yeah, okay, never mind then. I was gonna say if he plays a real team, but the Texans are good, so never mind.
Yeah, but the Texans are young and they still don't
shouldn't
really
be getting
have.
knotted up by Ritter.
Well, their secondary's still not there yet. We still don't have Stingley playing. You're looking at Jalen Petrie and
Javier Thomas.
I don't know if he played. I don't see his name on here either. I see
Javier Thomas, what the you fucking hurt?
no clue. I see Kadar Holman, Grayland Arnold, Steven Nelson, Jimmy Ward, and Jalen Petrie. Those are the people I see taking snaps.
Javier Thomas seems like he was a healthy scratch. He is listed
Yeah,
as
so
active.
fire
on
D'Amico.
ESPN.
He doesn't know how his corners work.
So, when you got no corners out there, it's pretty easy to get dotted.
Fair.
Javier Thomas has only played in 2 games this year, and he's healthy. So, don't know what to make of that.
Yeah,
Maybe he's
so
not
fire
healthy.
D'Amico. Fire
It
D'Amico.
says he's
he
active.
doesn't know
Maybe
what
he
he's
just
doing.
became active, but
I don't know.
no indication of injury.
I must consult
What
with
else?
the Texans Council.
But yeah, This was a good game from the Falcons defense played really well in this game. They're definitely something to talk about.
CJ
Their defense
Stroud
is
still
actually, I
awesome.
think their defense is super talented. Their pass rush can be really good. Their run defense was good. Stroud is good. He's doing his thing. He still hasn't thrown a pick, which is crazy. I don't know if it's the longest rookie streak or just the longest streak
think it's the
period,
longest.
but he's got some kind of thing going on.
It's definitely the
I think it's
longest
the
rookie,
longest.
but
I think it's the longest streak like career interception.
yeah, to start a
wanna say.
career. He's trying to catch up to. God, did Jared Goff break that record for streak without interceptions, or did he just come really close?
He came really
I think
close.
he-
He
I
was
think
like
he
top
broke it.
3.
Of
Oh,
course,
did-
Goff
No.
choked
Never
it at the end. That makes sense. That's
Yeah,
such
Tommy
a Jared
Boyd still
Goff
got
way to
it.
do it.
Another John Mechie appearance in this game. Got a couple passes, so yeah. Overall, good game by the Texans. I think their defense can be good, like I said. Giants might be in. I'm not saying might be. Giants are in worst team in football contention for sure.
Yeah, I think they are.
They are so bad. They are.
I regret investing in Evan Neal in the offseason.
Tyrod
Has he been
Taylor?
bad?
Question mark. Tyrod Taylor.
Oh my god,
I
Evan
said that
Neal has been
last year. Put him in.
horrific.
Put Tyrod in. Tyrod, my goat.
Now that I doubt Jones plays with this neck injury, so Tyrod gets his Bills revenge game
Yeah.
on Sunday Night Football.
They
He
should
gets
sign
his-
Trace McSorley. That would
And
be
they-
pretty funny, methinks.
That would be pretty funny. Hey, if you had to guess, who was the Giants' leading rusher this game?
Hey, Eric Gray still looked awful.
Eric
that's- I
Gray
think that's
was
more the
terrible. But he
Giants'
was their leading
O-line
rusher,
than
but
it
he was
is
their
Eric
leading
Gray.
rusher, but he was bad.
No, their O line is horrific. John
So-
Michael Schmitz hasn't even been good.
When Matt Breida and
No,
is also averaging 2 yards a carry, and neither guy looks good, I blame the O-line and not the running backs.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, their offensive
Yeah.
line has been horrific. Even the only good player on it, understandably, is Andrew Thomas. Like, even John Michael Schmitz has been bad.
That's insane.
John Michael Schmitz has been he's been one of the worst rookie linemen, which shouldn't happen. I guess, to be fair, center play is heavily dependent upon guard play, and when your guards are total fucking jokes,
Uh-huh.
makes sense, especially for a rookie. So I don't know how much of that is
Yes.
actually John Michael Schmitz playing poorly and just being a victim of dog shit colleagues.
yeah. Dude, I am so depressed that Devon Achane is on IR.
Dude,
This dude, he's just so fun.
he's insane.
He's so fun.
Maybe the
Is he-
Lions
he's
should have picked
RB1,
him at
man,
isn't
12.
he? He's gotta be. He's RB1, isn't he? Gotta be.
Jake,
Miami?
you mispronounced his name. It's Achan.
Achane.
It's still
That's what I said.
A-Chain. I don't care.
It's
I also
Achane.
said Achane. I know for a fact.
Remember when
Then
Keanu
someone
Neal
said
said his name was
Achane.
Canoe, and then he was like, yeah, that was really stupid, and changed it?
No,
Remember
it
when
was
Jason
funny 'cause
Kelsey
he-
said his name was pronounced Kels? How about
it was
we just
Travis.
admit that? No, Jason said it was Kels. Or was it? I don't fucking know. Either way,
was Travis.
not important. Players mispronounce their own names all the fucking time. I stand by.
Did you
It's
guys
A-Chain.
know it's Joe Thiesman?
What?
Joe Thiesman?
I thought he just said Joe Cheeseman.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
who
like,
the
what are you
fuck?
talking about? What are you talking
Well,
about?
there's a Cheeseman in the NFL. Respect Cam Cheeseman.
Oh my
Kim
goodness.
Cheeseman, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Joe Theismann. Genuinely speaking, I don't know if you guys like. I saw this recently. His name is Joe Theismann, but when he was in college, his little like Heisman committee was like, "Hey, we're gonna call you Theismann because Theismann for Heisman is a sick marketing campaign, and that could probably get you the Heisman like more, or get you closer to the Heisman than you playing good." He was like, "Okay," and they did it. And it worked.
Well, an A-Chain moves
So-
the chain. Sounds better than A-Chain anything. So I'm sticking with A-Chain, and he can go.
Achan is the man.
Dude, that's
Chain-
so
A-
lame though.
Achane Kane. That's what I'm saying.
Trust me,
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
doing
because
it.
you know
Chan
I
fan.
I have Chan in my name. I know all the stupid things that go with it. Chain is better.
forget you have a
Trust
real
me,
name sometimes.
I know. Yeah, I do too.
I really
it's just
forget you have
Geek,
a real
dog.
name sometimes.
It's
You
just
should
Geek,
get it
dog.
Yeah.
legally.
I've
You should get it legally
I've
changed.
been considering just legally changing my name to Geek Slays.
Okay, I have a genuine question.
Huh.
If, like, say we're in Detroit
Huh.
at the get draft and we're meeting people,
Yeah.
what do you introduce? who
Terrifying.
Oh,
do you-
I
what do you
introduced myself as
introduce?
Geek to most
That's
people.
what I was just wondering because like if we ever do a live in-person episode of the podcast, I don't know what to call you when I meet you.
No, just
I'll probably
straight
should
up,
call
it's
you
just
Geek.
Geek. That's
I'm
what
pretty
I'm
sure,
known
yeah.
by to
Hello,
the world. I get weirded out when people say my
hello,
real
Mr.
name.
Kevin O'Connell. My name is Geek.
Yeah, dude. Nah, see, I'm gonna introduce myself as Mr. Slays actually, cause that's sick.
Just wait till Run the North. Just wait till Run the North announces the Giants' seventh round pick.
No, dog. We're definitely announcing every NFC North team's 7th round pick. All of them.
With the first overall pick, the Chicago Bears select Marvin Harrison Jr.
No,
It's just
imagine we go
Miller.
out there and just clown them. With the first overall pick, we just have them pick a random fullback. Not even like a Lipke level player, just some random fullback at number 1.
I think it'd be
Not
really
'cause it's
funny
bad.
if
But what if
We-
a
we
guy
get-
did
we-
that?
we
What if
get,
you
like-
just changed the pick when
we
you
get-
announced it?
to say we get kicked off the stage because we
You
don't
get
read
shot.
the envelope.
Roger
open
Goodell's
the
sniper
out-
shoot you.
We open the envelope and it says Marvin Harrison Jr., but we're just like, they select Shadur Sanders, quarterback, Colorado. They're
I
like,
would
"Wait a
shoot
minute."
you.
Ugh.
We wouldn't even have to wait for
What if we
Goodell's
just announced
snipers.
that they
I would do
draft
it.
Marvin Harrison and just read off his dad's college?
Technically, Jackson Smith and Jigba should not be a Seahawk.
True, it's
Based on what we
Jackson
heard
and
on draft.
Jigba, and I don't know who the fuck that
Jackson and
is.
Jigba.
God.
But
Giants
should-
bad
yeah,
lose game.
From his name.
Giants bad
Yeah.
lose game, Dolphins good win game. And for the first time in a few weeks, Miller can finally say that the Bengals good win game because they did. They beat the Cardinals. Congratulations. They beat the Cardinals. Jamar Chase is always open. Nearly
True.
200 receiving
Second
yards and
best
3
receiver
touchdowns. He's
performance.
always open. In the game?
Yeah, in the
Second
game.
best- I just meant like of the week.
Hollywood Brown, the real guy. Dude, I
I was gonna
watched
say,
2
if you're
drops
talking
from
about Jeff
Hollywood and was
Swain.
mad. Because both times, knowing Hollywood's speed, I was just like, those are touchdowns, but you just decided that football's
Listen.
scary.
I can't believe we had to.
I forgot the Bengals played the Cardinals. We have to acknowledge what happened.
Amari DeMercado averaged 4.5 yards per carry and scored
He
his first.
scored,
NFL
he scored
Okay.
his first career.
What do I
touchdown.
not? What do I not know about Amari DeMarcado? What am I missing?
Okay.
His cousin is beefing with Miller. Or
Oh,
was in
I
the
didn't
draft
know
His
that.
cousin
process.
threatened my life.
Oh, dub.
Listen, no, so I tweeted out like I was scouting what fucking school did he go to? Did he go to TCU?
Yeah,
TCU.
TCU.
Yeah, so I was watching Kendry Miller and I was like, "Oh, they got another running back that's in like, the little Google Drive that we all had that we were using." I
Yeah.
think we all
Yeah,
used
yeah.
it. I know
Yeah,
Geek
yeah.
and I did.
Mhm.
So I saw DeMercado and he only had like 3 games in there. So I was like, okay, I'll just throw him in so I have another running back, right? Fluff my total. I was like, wow, this guy's not very good. So I tweeted out, admittedly a little bit harsh. I was like, I just wasted 30 minutes of my life watching Amari DeMercado that I'm never going to get back. And then I got a DM on Instagram and it was a screenshot of my tweet. And the little caption under it just said, "This is how N-words die."
Well, I mean, I guess.
Damn. All right. Funnily enough, that was one of 2 relatives of draft prospects that we have mentioned in this episode that called me out for not saying something kind about their relative.
It's all right. No one on Earth sees my tweets, so I don't ever have to worry about that. Elon specifically
Yeah.
blocked my Twitter because I bully Elon all the time. So,
Elon,
Based.
you're blocked by Elon Musk.
no, I mean, he specifically makes it so my tweets don't reach out on
Oh,
Twitter.
you're like shadow banned.
100%,
Yeah,
because
shadow
it
ban on
started
Twitter.
happening after I started talking a bunch of shit on how Elon was running the platform because he ran it into the dirt.
I
And
think if you tweet
suddenly,
out like a couple
you
of cat
two
girl
don't even
memes, you'll be fine.
Suddenly, you two don't even see my tweets anymore. It's incredible.
I saw one of your
Actually
tweets earlier today.
You saw one of them?
Yeah, it was you
I just
tweeting
don't
about your
interact with,
Minnesota
like, the
Viking
stream ones.
Oh, nice.
franchise video.
Nice.
I don't. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
The Bears bullied
But,
me in that
I
Madden video
saw-
today. It was unfortunate. It's
I
unfortunate because
saw-
Jaron Hall's my quarterback now. He bad in Madden.
But with the Cardinals, I saw that their depth chart leading into next week because James Conner went on IR. They're starting Keontae Ingram, and that's really
They are.
cool. I like that.
They are starting.
That's
Keontae
a
Ingram.
good move. No personal stakes in that move whatsoever.
What did Greg Dortch do? Who did he kill?
I don't know. I've been saying this for weeks. I don't know.
If I
literally-
speak, I will be
He's
killed.
good. He's
Oh, are
good.
you
I
a Greg
lost my
Dortch
pen.
hater?
Not a Greg Dortch hater. I'm just not necessarily a stan.
We
a
bullied
Greg
Greg
Dortch
Dortch's
realist.
biggest fan last night. That was pretty funny.
A Greg Dortch realist would mean that you think he's a good wide receiver, buddy.
True. He'd be wide receiver 1 on the
Clearly.
Packers.
Dude,
Clearly.
Nicole and I have been yelling about this for weeks. I
Yeah.
don't know why Greg Dortch is not getting PT.
So-
It makes no sense.
We bullied poor Nicole last night.
Why would you
we
do
were,
that?
we were playing Among
She's
Us.
so sweet.
Yeah,
out of
but
all,
we,
out of all people to bully,
No. so
Right.
all
we were
people
playing
to
Among
bully,
Us, and
you choose
uh,
Nicole.
well, I didn't do it. We were playing Among Us, and whoever the imposter was murdered somebody
Among Us?
standing next to Nicole. And when he's done, he's like, standing next to Nicole, he just goes, Nicole, why would you do that? And she just goes, do what? Wait, I did that? I didn't even know it. She got gaslit into believing
I'm
she
bringing
was
this
the
up.
killer.
Well, I know we
It was
talked about this on the show
incredible.
earlier at some point. When are we playing the Run the North Among Us game?
Dude, Among Us has
Please.
been like a thing
Let's-
on my
let's-
streams like every night lately. Been getting a
I think
bunch
we
of
need to get the
people.
Run the North trio and
The
an Among
amount
Us
of-
game with a bunch of people.
The amount of bullying we get to
incredibly
do to
down for this.
Grayson is incredible. Yeah.
It'd be really funny because
Sounds
we would
like
call a meeting
an
and me and
Among
Miller would
Us.
immediately just be like, I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure it's Grayson.
And
I
it
don't know
works.
why. I have
Oh, I
no
thought you were gonna say
evidence.
geek.
No,
I'm pretty
Grayson.
sure it's Grayson.
No, if you're imposter though, everybody has decided the strategy is to kill me because I figure out who
Yeah,
it
'cause
is
you're
every
smart.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they don't,
You
it's just
kill
like
smart people in games like that,
right.
which is why it's important that Grayson lives as long as possible.
Right. So, but
'Cause
that's
you'll never get
also
caught.
how I won a game as imposter. Well, until I kicked myself out. That was pretty funny. So I won a game because before the game we were talking about how to win, and I was like, Wonder and Grayson have been the two who are like oblivious tonight. So just let them live to the end, and you're guaranteed a win. So I killed those two first. And everyone was like, this is a horrible strategy. Got to the end, and people were like, we're just going to skip. I was like, cool. My version of skipping is just voting for myself. Well, I did that, and somebody voted for
Moral of the
me.
story.
And I got myself killed. It was incredible.
Dude, let's play Run the North Among Us.
Oh.
Have followers come in and play Among Us with us.
Hold on, restart.
That's my theory.
I got the
Right.
gist of it.
Oh,
Run
did
the
you?
North Among Us, have followers come play Among Us.
I want Among Us with NFL
And stream it on the Run
players.
the North YouTube channel.
I want get Kari
Hey,
and
Alec,
CJ
Alec, I know
Ham.
we were gonna. Hey,
Listen, we are starting to
hey,
build
Alec.
Among Us
I know we
now.
were gonna have you on the show.
Alec, Kari, Troy, we've got three.
Alec, listen.
We've got three.
Alec,
This is
listen.
gonna
I know
go
we were gonna
so
have you on
hard.
like a
Porter,
podcast
we've
to
got
talk about
Porter, we've got
football.
Elijah
but
Penny too.
Here,
Sick.
hear us out. We know we were gonna have you come on and talk about fullbacks on our podcast, but what if you just played Among Us with us instead?
Honestly,
How
that'd
would you
be
feel
so
about that, Mr.
fire.
Angle?
Listen, okay, I want to put it out there. I want to put this out there just because I want to manifest it.
Yeah.
It is well known by fullback enjoyers that NFL fullbacks are like a legitimate tight brotherhood. Like, you know, we see the tight end university and all that.
Yeah.
Fullbacks have that too. It just doesn't get talked about,
Yeah.
right? I need, now that I have my in with Alec Ingold, I guess my third in
Yeah.
with Alec and Golkari blasting. My most vocal in, because I'm pretty sure Alec is like one of the top dogs in that. I don't know. I'm making assumptions. But now that I've got multiple connections, I need my name to get brought up in those meetings. And this is how we win.
Brother.
This is how we win. I'm
Dude,
just saying,
that would be
all-
Now, let's
incredible.
play a clip.
For our draft night coverage, we just get the fullback for every team on to talk about the team. That'd be so sick.
right?
Dude,
I'm gonna pull a.
and now let's
Rodney Harrison.
and now at the meeting, and now let's play a clip from the podcast, and it's just that clip of that one thing I said about a certain group of people that should have gotten us canceled. Remember that? And they're just like, oh, well,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Jake. I forgot we have to fire you from the show. My bad. It's been a while. I forgot. My B.
Okay. All
D-
right.
No, but like
Well,
seriously,
Oh
on a
fuck.
serious note. All right. On a serious note,
He'll be
I
back
am
in a minute.
manifesting that my content gets brought up in one of those meetings, and I become the voice of the people.
Nice.
Because according to Alec Ingold, I'm getting there.
Sick.
Somehow we got here for
yeah.
the Bengals Cardinals, but Bengals good
Two
win
teams
game.
without
Josh
fullback.
Dobbs threw his first interception of the first
Hey,
interception
Jesse
of the season.
Lucetta. Jesse Lucetta has taken at least one snap at fullback for the Cardinals,
I don't know if
despite
that
playing
counts.
linebacker.
They should
does
just
to
put
me.
Greg Dortch at fullback. Give him snaps any way
Okay.
you can.
Let's move on to game
Um,
of the week.
Eagles Rams.
Yeah. What? The Eagles did the thing.
Rams. The Eagles did the
A
funny
2-yard
goal
tush
line
push.
play. They did the funny goal line play, not on the goal line, and it worked.
To pick up 2 yards, dude.
funny goal line play.
If they can start
Funny
picking
goal
up
line
3
play.
yards with it, they can just run it every play, and they're guaranteed a touchdown every
Yeah.
drive.
Also, I saw the NFL gave the play a nickname, and I'm not gonna lie, I might be in the
The
minority.
brotherly shove,
I like
it's
the
better.
NFL. I like it more than the tush push. I really
I like
do.
brotherly shove a
The
lot more than
brotherly
Tush
shove
push is just
goes
funny.
hard.
Yeah,
And-
I love the brotherly.
Tush,
brotherly
I
shove
think
so
the
much
tush
better.
push applies for any other team that tries it, which apparently Chicago's the only other team that knows how to run it successfully.
I don't know if the
Um,
Vikings did the push, but we had multiple successful sneaks this week, so that was cool.
Well, sneak is different than push.
Right,
Which-
but
Teams have been running the sneak since 1904.
we're trying to get the
okay?
sneak banned,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter, because that way it gets rid of this one
Yeah.
too.
Listen. All I'm saying is I'm against banning plays that don't need to be banned.
I'm against
However,
banning plays.
if the tush push and QB sneaks get banned, what's the next logical step in
It's
short
not what
yardage
you
situations?
think, unfortunately.
Fullback dive.
No, it's do what the Chiefs do and throw it.
Probably. That's the way the modern
So we
NFL
ban
handle
the forward
situation.
pass.
So we ban football, then maybe. And I'm not trying to be a
Would-
hater. I love me a fullback.
Who
Everybody
would win
knows
the Super Bowl
but
if
like-
there was no forward pass allowed?
The Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles, yeah.
Eagles.
They have a good.
The
they have
Bears
a good
might
run
be
defense
in
and
the
best
the
rushing
Bears,
attack.
the
Eagles
Niners,
and
their
Bears.
NFC Championship material.
Yeah,
Niners certainly
dude,
good.
dude, the conference balance would completely shift. The
Yeah.
NFC would be
Yeah.
stacked as shit, and the AFC would be in the gutter. 'Cause it
True.
would be
That's
the
true,
Bears, the
yeah.
Niners, the Lions, the Eagles. Who else am I missing? The Giants, I guess, by
The
default.
Falcons
because
can run the
Saquon-
football.
Yeah.
Falcons
The
can run
Falcons?
football.
Oh
The
my God,
Packers,
yes,
when
the Falcons.
healthy, can run the football.
When healthy, the Packers can run the football with Aaron Jones.
Right now, they
Yeah,
just
that would be
don't
a
have an
sick-
O-line.
A conference. That would be a sick
Dude,
conference.
No, because Minnesota would suck.
Minnesota would
So it
probably
would
go
be a
0-17 in that
sick
league, yeah.
That's
Sick
fucked
conference.
up.
Go 0
Um,
17 to draft Blake Corum.
No.
Oh, because
this is good.
running league, Caleb doesn't matter.
No, because
anymore. You
Caleb
draft
can
a
run.
running back.
That's
You need
true.
a running quarterback at that point.
At
Yeah,
that
but
point, just take Shadur Sanders because he can
That's
run.
valid.
Caleb Williams can. So just take the best running
Okay.
quarterback in the draft first overall.
Can we talk about this game though? Sorry.
Yeah. I am very, very happy that Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp can coexist. This is good news.
You didn't think
This
they
is
could?
good news. No, I did. People didn't think so, though.
No,
People were
people are
like, once Cooper
stupid.
Cup comes back, Puka is going to be completely phased out of the offense,
Because
and he won't
people
have
think
a role.
Matthew Stafford only knows how to throw to one guy, which has never in the history of Matthew Stafford been how that
Actually,
works.
the argument I was seeing mostly was that Puka Nacua was just Cooper Cup without Cooper Cup, and then once Cooper Cup came back, he would just do nothing.
So having two Cooper Cubs wouldn't work? That makes no sense to me. Guy just
know,
wide
man, it's
open all
NFL
the time
Twitter.
doesn't work? I am mad
Also-
at Matthew Stafford for the one play because Puka had a touchdown. He ripped that defense. Stafford never looked at him. Made
I
me
want to
sad.
point out this idea that Stafford only throws to one receiver. We know whose fault that is, don't we?
No.
Yeah.
It's Allen Robinson's.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
this
'cause he
was never
sucked.
a thing until Stafford didn't throw to Robinson because he sucked. But everyone was like, why isn't he throwing to Robinson? Is Stafford racist?
Racist.
When it's like go back to the Super Bowl run and how Beckham and Cup were getting used. He was looking to OBJ just as much as he was looking to Cup. Because, you know, as long as you're good and he trusts you, you get ball. Idiots.
Yeah, but yeah, the Eagles did the funny brotherly shove thing, won the football game.
Yes.
But it was a good game, surprisingly good game.
Dude, the
Also,
Rams
Alright.
might be
Carter's good,
legit.
I guess.
They're pretty
Yeah.
legit. They're pretty legit. Defense isn't nearly as bad as it should be.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's because of that Aaron Donald, Kobe Turner 1-2 punch. They're going
I'm saying, dude,
crazy down there.
Kobe Turner's good.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
I love
see.
it. I love it.
All right, primetime
He's
games.
dang
And we're
Kobe
picking week 6. Yeah. Cowboys not.
I think we
I
skipped
just
2
can't
games.
think about it
You
without
laugh.
laughing. I just
You
can't think
laugh.
about it without laughing.
You
It's so
skipped
funny.
2
Boys, I have
games.
a-
Hold
I
on,
have
though.
a
We
serious
skipped 2
question.
games.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Broncos,
Oh, I don't
Jets,
care about the
Vikings,
what.
Chiefs.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck.
Jets, Broncos.
3 irrelevant
Wilson.
teams and Taylor Swift.
Zach
Go ahead,
Zach
move on.
Wilson serviceable. Broncos. Funny. Haha.
Dude.
Bad team.
That
Quincy
defense
Williams.
is so bad.
Quincy Williams good. He was a good
Also,
week 1
Brees
too.
Hall's
Really
back.
good week 1.
Fire
back,
Vance
love to see it.
Joseph, dog. It's bad.
It's bad.
Fire
Yeah.
the Broncos into the sun.
Fair. I'm
Yeah.
down for
You
that.
could just relegate them to the XFL or the US XFL.
I think it's
Call
done.
that.
USXFL. Is that what they're going to call it, you think? The USXFL?
I don't know. That's what people were calling it. Without there's no official name yet.
I think they
but
should just call it
Call it-
WWE Football League.
They should call
Weffel.
it the football.
The football.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the football team. It's the football league.
The football
The
league.
football league.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They should
Jets
bring
and
back the
Broncos.
AFL.
Jets
Jaleel
and Broncos.
McLaughlin's
That's
fun.
Mo Alley
Jaleel
Cox and Austin
McLaughlin's
Hooper.
fun.
Jaleel McLaughlin is
yeah.
cool.
But yeah,
Yeah.
not much to talk about there. Now let's spend the rest of the episode talking about the
I
Vikings.
actually don't want to spend that much time talking about this. So something I wanted to bring up the entire episode though, because everybody's talking about Cuzzo getting traded, and
yeah.
he's gonna have to waive his no trade clause to do that, which to me means whatever team would be trading for him has to like have a contract offer on the table. He won't just go there for half a year. Like it's either gonna be there or not at all. So I only think 2 teams fit into that. Maybe 4 if you contort your brain really hard. So the 2 outliers that I think could, the Patriots and the Titans. Bill thinks
Which
he
would
has
be
a team.
hysterical.
Bill thinks he has a team, and we know that. Max sucks. I could see him giving Kirk a contract. Like, hey, come play here. Let's cook.
Yeah, if Bill thinks he's going to be there. Okay, yeah, if we're talking about giving Kirk a contract, that would just mean the Patriots would have to go in hard on receivers, which is logical
Yeah.
because they do have a defense. Their offensive line isn't terrible.
Right.
Um,
The run
They
game
just
could
need
be
receivers
okay.
to
They
protect.
just can't throw, so it's easy to just stack the box.
yeah, because Ramondre's a good back. He just doesn't have a
Go ahead.
chance.
I'm dead inside. It's
I don't
fine.
mean to add on to the pain, but the Twins have been eliminated from the MLB
Yeah, I know. I just
postseason.
watched that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
It's
Just to talk about
unfortunate.
baseball for a second. Rangers, Astros, ALCS. I was right about the Rangers somehow.
Dude, I don't.
They
The
shouldn't have been,
Twins
but
should have had it. Byron Buxton failed me.
Miller,
Sorry.
learn ball, please.
No,
I can't take
we're
this
okay. We're
anymore.
back now.
But yeah,
The
yeah, we're
Titans, I
we're
think,
back.
is funny just because
Okay.
I could totally see them doing it because they hate Willis. I'm sure they hate Levis. So just fuck
They
it.
do.
Cuzzo, we ball.
They
No,
put
but they
Willis
love
over Levis, which
Tannehill.
can only mean they hate him more than they hate Willis, and they hate Willis. So
So, I don't know.
maths.
I don't think they do like Tannehill. Just get better Tannehill.
That's an insult to Kirk.
No, I don't mean like slightly better. It's just better Tannehill. Remember, every
That's
NFL
still-
quarterback
does
is just Kirk
Does the
Cousins.
same thing at Tannehill better.
What does that make Jaron Hall then?
Short Mormon
Kirk
Kirk
Cousins
Cousins.
backup. Backup to Kirk Cousins. Like I don't.
Backup Kirk Cousins.
But yes, Geek.
No, but
Anything
the
else?
Falcons, I think, is really interesting. The Steelers just are the
Yeah.
Steelers, and I can see them doing whatever. So I know people are being like, they like Ritter. Why would they do that? Because you can do what the Jets did with Rodgers. The Jets obviously still want Zach Wilson to work. But they also want to win right now. The Falcons can do the same thing. Like, you're just going to learn behind Cuzzo for a while. We're going to go try to win right now with a real quarterback for now. Thanks.
The only problem is Kirk has to change his number.
Who wears, no. Give
Kyle
Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts back his correct number. Put him back in 84. Like he wore in college.
He wants to wear 8.
Oh, does he?
He's cool.
Cuzzo wore 12 when
What
he
if,
first got in the league. Andy wore 12 in college.
When Kirk Cousins first gets there, we're just gonna see like a red Sharpie 4 on Kyle Pitts jersey. As Kirk trots out an 8. Like I want to
That
keep
would
the
be
8,
hilarious.
but I'll write the 4 on
Can they
it.
just both be 8?
Why can't NFL players with the same number? I think it'd be so
Because
funny if
then
one
people get
team just thought it'd be a
Nobody's
funny prank
getting
for every-
confused between Kyle
I think-
Pitts and Kirk
dude.
Cousins, I promise.
They're literally.
I think it'd be really funny.
They're identical.
Oh,
I
God.
think it'd be really funny if it was allowed and one team was just like, screw it, let's all wear the exact same number.
The
So
entire
then, like, the Vikings would all just wearing 3.
the entire
or, like,
offense
every-
wears 1, the entire defense wears 2, all the special
and
teamers
the
wear
entire special
3.
teams wears 3. Yeah, that'd be dope. All
That'd
right,
be sick. I'm down.
Chiefs
But no,
Vikings. what do we got?
without Justin Jefferson, it's over.
over.
It's Kirk over. We're done, dude.
over. It's so over.
Jordan Addison's
It's
the only
so
competent
over.
receiver we have now. This is bad.
It's okay.
TJ Hawkins.
The Vikings
is he
are going to
hurt?
trade for Mecole Hardman, and he's
Dude.
going to save their season.
TJ drops 17 passes a game. It is incredible how much he's decided he's just bad. It's insane.
If I speak.
No, you're good, dude.
shit.
I'm so mad at
overpaid him.
TJ Hawkinson
Pay
right
him
now.
Too much. Overpay.
Honestly, it looks like it at this point. Dude just decided he doesn't want to play anymore.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Which
I
is
mean, I don't
tough
know what's going on
because
with
he's
him,
still
but-
putting up better numbers than every other tight end. It's just he should be going crazy. He's just not.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, and I'm mad. And fucking Josh Oliver fumbling on the first play of the game. Grow the fuck up.
Josh Oliver.
I love Josh Oliver too. He's been maybe the best pickup we had.
The funniest part is that as he's running with the football, the announcer's like, Josh Oliver, who's primarily brought in to be a blocking tight end,
Yeah.
and he fumbled.
Dude, and as a blocking tight end, he's been incredible. Like, actually, he's been one of the best pickups we got in the offseason. Josh Oliver, as a blocker, has been awesome. But then he also had the dropped touchdown where he just decided he forgot to put hands on ball. He just missed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
We get it.
KJ
Your
Osborne
tight end-
just,
your,
like,
your tight
throw a
end,
ball.
Your tight end is winning a battle of mid right now in the NFC North. We understand.
It's...
We
Battle of
understand.
mid.
He's the least mid of the mid. We get it. We understand.
Actually, Cole Kmet's been damn good this year.
No, all I really
here.
gonna say is Caleb Evans is pretty cool. Mackay is pretty cool. Harrison Smith
need a
might be
new
back.
Kmet
I don't know what
jersey.
happened, but Harry might be back.
He's back.
2 weeks in a
He's
row,
back.
he's been the best
No more
defensive player on the field. I
conversations.
love it. He's back. Marcus Davenport sighting. Daniil Hunter is probably also getting traded.
Fair.
So, hey, if you're giving us the Panthers pick, then sure.
No, you will get the Panthers' second-round pick next year.
No.
Yeah.
For Daniil Hunter, are you insane?
Yeah.
he's
Sorry.
He's not
Westy does not know ball.
not that bad.
Oh,
According
God.
to Twitter, he is, and
Yeah.
Twitter's never been wrong before.
Dude, Twitter hates Daniil Hunter for I saw Twitter say nobody's.
Westy, not
I saw.
Daniil.
Even Daniil though. I saw Twitter say no team is going to
Crazy.
give up more than a fifth because he's old and on a huge contract. So 28
Maybe like
and 1
27.
year of like $17 million is old and a huge contract, I guess.
Potentially.
Dude.
And I
Yeah.
saw
Part of me
Bears
wants
fans
to
say
just
they wouldn't
keep
give up a
Daniil.
second-round pick for Sertan.
That's insane. Part of me just wants to keep Daniil. Fuck it, sign him for 5 years. Keep him through the end of his prime, and then let him go. There's nothing wrong with having a great defensive end, I promise.
So yeah, Chiefs 27, Vikings 20.
So unfortunate.
It's over for the
By the
Vikings.
way-
Over.
by
The
the
Vikings,
way-
sorry.
Bye.
If you bring up what I think you're going to bring up, we will not make it to the end of the
No,
show.
Bring.
with our
What are
week
you
6
saying,
picks.
Miller?
You're right.
Just say it.
You're right,
'Cause
I
no,
won't
just
speak.
say it.
No, you can say it.
What
You can
was
say
I
it.
gonna say?
Because y'all
The Chiefs
misunderstood
won
most of what I said.
fair and square. I'm not even talking about you. I'm just talking
'Cause
about as a general
My
statement.
thing, I wasn't even mad at the penalties. I don't care penalties or what penalties are. It's the two catches that were not catches that bug me. The NFL doesn't listen to its own catch rule. That's what drives me nuts. Noah Gray's catch on the sideline, he touched the ball with 2 feet in bounds, but that is not possession. The ball hitting your hands is not possession. That's an incomplete pass by the rule. The Travis Kelce play where he never had full possession through the ground and then had the ball ripped out, that's an interception by the rule. That's what bugs me, is not even the refs on the field. The review guys in New York just like not listening to what their actual rules are is what drove me nuts. Flags are flags, refs suck, I understand that. That didn't cost us the game. It's those 2 catches that weren't catches that were what had me so pissed. Because those weren't, and it's one of those things where if it was any other team, or if it was just flipped, it was Hawkinson who did that and a Chiefs player with the ball, that gets called a pick for whatever reason. It's the Vikings'
I
luck
don't
that has
subscribe to
always
that
happened.
idea.
It's the Vikings' luck that has always happened. Where plays
I
just
really,
go against the rules and it's fine. Constantly.
I really don't believe in this idea that good teams don't get penalized and all that. I think
that's
a
not
load
what
of
I was
baloney.
saying. Still.
It's still a build off of what everyone else online is saying. I was more branching off of what you were saying than directly saysaying that's what you said.
No, it's just those 2
Because there's
things
this
that
idea.
bug me. And it's not even the refs on the field.
Yeah.
The refs on the field had it right both times. Because it was an incompletion and an interception on the field that got overturned, which make no sense.
But either way, there's this belief on the internet and with NFL fans that like the Chiefs in particular just get every call and the NFL is rigging games for the Chiefs and shit. And it's so stupid. It's so unbelievably stupid. If the NFL rigged games in any way, shape, or form, we would have known about it by now. Like, it would be public information.
No, I genuinely
Because
don't
there
think
is
it's rigging games. I think the refs are just that bad.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the refs are idiots. But like if refs were rigging games, one of them would have come out by now, sold their story to like the New York Times,
For
cashed
sure.
out big time, and then went into hiding
For sure.
and just watched the world burn. There's no fucking way the NFL is legitimately rigged. What
No.
it is, like you said, is the refs are stupid.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're doing half the time.
Because they're
And that's not rigging, that's
full-time.
not favoritism, that's
They need to just be
Right.
full-time. They're paid enough to be full-time. Just get good at your job. And
Mhm.
I really think refs should be
Yeah.
held accountable. If after the game you go back and look and it's all bad, just get fired. Because you'd get cut as a player for
Yeah.
being bad. This should be just, you should be punished for not being good at your job like everyone else in the world. That's my big thing, because
Yeah.
I think it's just this whole, well, the refs are just right even when they're wrong. It's like, no, fuck you. If you're bad at your job, you're bad at your job. Because this does affect games,
Yeah.
one way or the other. And I don't think it's specifically just favoring one team, and maybe in certain cases it is, because I'm sure refs, just like every other human, have biases. I'm sure. But I don't think it's like they're genuinely rigging it. It's just like, yeah, if it's close, I might throw my flag on this team, but not on this team, you know? As everything goes. It's kind of like the star player rule. Stars get called more than non-stars. That's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm not actually mad at calls on the field. It's the reviews
No, I
that
know
bug
you're
me.
not.
Because they're not listening to their own catch rule, which is already bad to begin with. But, god damn. Even the old
Yeah.
catch rules
I
say
just want
those
to
weren't
clarify.
catches.
I wasn't trying to.
No, I
I
know.
wasn't trying to throw you under the bus in particular.
I
I
know.
was just
I
saying as
know
a general statement.
To be fair, on Sunday, the texts I sent, I was going a little overboard. I was unhappy. Because when it was
that's
raining, it
valid.
was pouring, because at the end of the game, every call was for the Chiefs. At least it felt like that. I know the Chiefs had more penalties against them total. To be fair, I think 7 of those 10 were on the first 2 drives for the Vikings. But, like, I was just unhappy, and it was mostly because of those 2 plays, and that's what I've realized is the 2 catches were not catches. And does that swing the game? I don't know. Does it matter because Justin Jefferson's hurt and the season's Kirk over? I don't know. But I was unhappy. That's what I know. Cowboys bad,
That's my
lose
thought.
game. That's my thought.
More importantly, hey, do we know who had the most receptions for the San Francisco 49ers on
Was it
Sunday
Juice?
night?
No. Was it?
It was Kyle Juszczyk.
No, Brandon
4
Ayuk
receptions.
also had 4.
Well, I don't care because Juszczyk better. And Juszczyk had a touchdown. He had a screen pass he caught. He had a play that was a designed slant on an RPO where he was the only read. And he caught another pass that was like a quick rollout pass. And fucking crazy story. I just uploaded a YouTube video about this. You should go check it
Shocker.
out if you haven't already. Yeah. The 49ers, do you guys know what their answer was to Micah Parsons?
Trent Williams?
Well, yes, partially.
You
But-
check.
It was wherever Parsons is, Kyle, you go over there and help. And Kyle was like, okay. And there were a couple plays where they're like, hey, Kyle, we're going to leave you on an aisle with Micah Parsons and just see what happens. He's like, okay. And he won. Like, Kyle Juszczyk had Micah Parsons in a fucking box.
And then he
I will
threw
repeat,
Leighton Vander Esch
Kyle
into him.
Juszczyk.
No, well,
Actually, that
Trent
was Trent Williams.
Yeah.
First of all. And second of all, that wasn't a dirty play.
I didn't
If
say
you think
dirty
that's a
play.
dirty
I'm just
yeah,
saying
yeah,
he
I
threw.
know.
He
But I'm
did
just
throw
saying,
Leighton Vander
I'm-
Esch into him. That did happen.
Right. Right. But I'm saying, again, not directed at you as a general thing.
Yeah.
If you think that play was dirty, you have the IQ of a platypus with a brain injury. Okay? Nothing about that was dirty. Nothing about it was illegal. It's football. It happens. Prayers up to Leighton Vander Esch. I hope he's okay. Neck injuries are fucking terrifying.
Dude, I'm a little
but
worried
nothing about
about
it was dirty or
him ever
intentional.
playing again.
Yeah, this is what, like a second or third major neck injury?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
is
bad.
it just a neck injury, or did he also get concussed? Because if it's a concussion, it's like 7 in his NFL career.
I don't know. I didn't see anything about concussion. I saw it was a strained neck.
But yeah, I think it's his 3rd neck injury, which cannot be good.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, like I said, it was a strain. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a break or a nerve damage. Strain's still not good, though. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to like minimize his injury.
George Kittle
I'm just saying
decided
he
to
probably got.
be. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
A football
I was
player
just saying
again.
he probably had the best case scenario happen for him. But yes,
Yeah.
George Kittle, incredible.
No, George Kittle decided. He said it on the sideline. He decided to be the most efficient player ever. 3 catches and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I never really considered.
Yeah.
Just if you catch the ball, just don't get tackled. Just score every time. It's pretty great.
He's right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Dude, the
Fred
Dak
Warner
criticism is
like
driving
the
me
second
nuts.
coming of Christ. Yeah.
I
That
don't
sucks,
know if
too.
a single one of those interceptions was his fault. There's one that I'm kind of iffy on, but it 100% looked to me like, dude, none of my receivers are getting open. Fuck it, I'm just going to try. And it didn't work.
I'd have to go back. I don't remember any of Dak's picks. I was not paying attention unless I saw the 49ers offense or Hunter Lipke on the field.
I was watching with
By
I was
the
watching
way-
with a Cowboys fan. He was in shambles.
Which, by the way, I do have to report a troubling discovery from the Cowboys game.
Uh-oh.
Hunter Lipke, as the blocker, forgot how to use these.
Uh-oh.
He forgot you're supposed to use these. He only uses this.
Hunter
And
Lipke
that's
is
not
over,
good.
party. Mike McCarthy ruined him.
Now, he had a couple nice blocks. Like, there was one play where he threw his shoulder into Dre Greenlaw, took him out of the play, turned around and shoved another, I think it was Oren Burks, he just fucking tossed. And then there was another play where he had a nice block and Tony Pollard didn't follow his blocks and cut inside and got tackled. But, like, there was one play in particular where he tried to block Fred Warner with his shoulder, and Fred Warner just shoved him to the ground. I was like, oh.
As you should, yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, Fred Warner,
He's Fred Warner.
So
the only player I know that can confidently block Fred Warner plays on his teams, so
I didn't
that's
want to bring this
unfortunate.
up, but I have to. Dude,
Mm.
do we all need to, like, kind of apologize to Brock Purdy?
Yeah, no, Purdy's good now.
Like, I don't think...
Yeah.
So,
And-
here's the thing. Dude, we have to bring him up all the time because sometimes he's just right. Theo was talking about this. And, like, 49ers fans are stupid because, you know, they were talking about how they were in QB purgatory before Brock Purdy, which is so not true. Kind of disregarding what Jimmy G did. Brock Purdy has been better than Jimmy G, don't get me wrong. But to pretend Jimmy G was purgatory isn't really fair. And it's the thing, like, for most teams, Jimmy G is purgatory. Except the system in San Fran's really good. Purdy just actually has some juice. I wouldn't, but like anywhere else, I don't think he's this good. But that doesn't matter. That never will matter because he's on the 49ers. And he doesn't have to be that. He can just be.
Yeah.
Theo compared him to Tua, which is like a quarterback that will never
Which I think
win.
is fair.
Right? Like, he's not the guy you pay top tier money, but he's the guy you pay just under top tier money. And that can just help you win games, and that's it. He'll never win you games, but, you know, he can just do what needs to be done.
That I disagree with, though.
You think he can
I
win you
think-
games?
Yeah, I'd have to think on Tua. I
would
think
think
can
he
win you
does, yeah.
football
Oh,
games.
Tua,
Up to
may-
Tua, yeah,
I
Tua,
don't
yeah,
think so,
yeah.
because you don't game plan against Tua. You game plan his weapons.
Well, I know there's that whole.
You don't
fucking
game plan
thing
against
going on.
Purdy.
Right.
That's
the
my
thing
point.
with Tua.
I'm putting
I'm
those
saying
two on the
Tua's-
same level.
The reason I'm saying Tua can win you games is based off of not necessarily like his physical traits or whatever, but his accuracy, his football IQ, and his decision making are all at a very high level.
That's the thing.
I think
the Bills
those
just
are all-
proved that wrong. You take away Tyreek and Waddle, Tua doesn't do anything. It's Mahover.
Okay, but that's not the first time that's happened.
Right.
This isn't a
because
thing that
taking-
happens often.
Because taking Tyreek Hill and Waddle out of the game is really fucking hard.
Right. So I'm saying I feel like that's something that now that Tua has experienced what happens when that happens, he'll be better equipped for it going forward. And maybe I'm making
Possibly.
assumptions, but Tua's like I feel like he's a quarterback that's very good at adapting. I feel like he's a quarterback that's very malleable, and he's obviously a very, very smart,
Yeah.
not only human being but football player.
Yep.
And because of that, I feel like if this were to happen again, say in a big playoff game,
Yeah.
Tua would be able to step up. I think he would be able to rely on, the Braxton Berrioses or River Craycrafts or Durham Smythes or Chase Claypools of the world.
I do want to be
Who-
clear real quick, though. This isn't Tua
Mhm.
slander, because I'm sure some people are going to take it as that.
No,
That's not what I'm doing.
yeah.
This is technically just Brock Purdy praise, like putting him on the level of Tua, because I do like Tua. Tua feels, I guess the other comparison to both of them is like Kirk Cousins, just like that, like just outside the top 10, really good guy, He's none of them are gonna be Mahomes, where they just win no matter who the
Right.
fuck they have. None of them will be, and that's okay. Most people aren't. There's like 6 guys that are. So cool. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Cowboys this game badly. That was
that
really
was
good. Um,
that was a fireable
That is
offense.
mollywopping them, dude.
You should have
Okay.
left
I
McCarthy
love
in the
this.
Bay.
should have,
Mm.
yeah. All right, Packers Raiders. Let's finish off the Week 5 breakdown.
Ooh,
yeah.
Robert Spillane. Ooh.
Yeah, Robert Spillane had 1 interception and 1 ball that fell
thought
into
he
his
had-
lab.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
was gonna say, I thought
Marcus
it
Peters
makes sense.
volleyball spiked it at his chest.
No, Robert
and
Spillane
he's
had
just
2.
Like, I'll pay.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that one of them doesn't. One of them
gotcha.
should have been
You
Marcus
don't count
Peters.
it.
You put a
Got it.
little asterisk.
Okay, so my first big point here: if you're out on Jordan Love, you're a moron. Doesn't have double digit starts under his belt. He's a first round pick. If you're out on Jordan Love, you're a moron, and I'm sorry. Okay, because if we decided to be out on every quarterback that had a bad start to his career and had bad starts prior to having 10, nobody would have thought Trevor Lawrence was good. Now, I'm not saying that Jordan Love is Trevor Lawrence by any means. I'm just
That is
saying
exactly what he's saying.
not every quarterback has some C.J. Stroud level start to his career.
Why not?
That is just not how it works. And here's the
Yeah, why can he be good as
Yeah,
Coleridge?
Mahomes won MVP
and-
after sitting for a year. Jordan Love should have been the
So,
greatest after sitting
okay,
for
here-
4.
Okay,
Mhm.
so Geek's out on Jordan Love and he's a moron. We understand.
No, I'm just
Yes,
biased and
Miller
hate the
isn't.
Packers.
Miller
it's
isn't.
fine.
Miller,
As much
Miller
as
knows
I
ball.
wish I could say I am, I'm not, unfortunately.
Am I
I'm not on
actually
Jordan
out?
Love yet.
No. Am I gonna say I
think
am
that-
because
I think
Vikings
that
fan?
you
Yes.
cannot. I think that you cannot ignore the first 3 weeks of this year. I think he was super sharp and super accurate, and the Saints' defense isn't terrible.
But we also
It
can't
isn't.
ignore these games either.
I'm not saying we should ignore these games. I'm just saying you can't just look at these 2 games and use these 2 games as the only thing as to whether or not Jordan Love is good or not. He has not played well these last 2 games. He didn't play horrible against Detroit. This one was bad.
Yeah.
The first Robert Spillane interception, I don't know what he was
I
seeing.
think the reason
second-
people are hating so much
second
is because
one-
of the Raiders.
The second one was a good Marcus Peters play, batted out of the air. Spillane got under it. Third one, Christian Watson decided that he didn't want to jump for a football. We understand it. He's a lot bigger than the
You got
corner.
that
It was a
Claypool
bit underthrown, but it's the same thing with Beckham. Just get your hands on him and see if you can cause him
Yeah.
to not pick the football off because it's 30 seconds left and you got a chance. Josh McDaniels still sucks. I mean, this was an
Yeah.
awful game by him. Like game management should have gone for it on 4th and 1 night the game instead of putting Carlson out there for like a 50-yard field goal, who missed 2 kicks and kept the Packers in the game single-handedly. This
One
game.
was
Don't
blocked.
know
We're
what
not
happened to
calling
him.
that a miss.
One was
No,
blocked,
I
yeah,
do
but
not.
The first
not
one was a
allowed.
miss, and he sucks, and he's terrible. Your brother's better.
Speaking of shitty coaching, real quick,
Matt LaFleur should
can
be
we
fired.
just
And so
acknowledge
should Joe Barry.
not Matt LaFleur, No.
He should be.
but can we please acknowledge the fact that there was a play in this game where Preston Smith was in coverage against Devontae Adams?
Yes.
That was
Joe-
a thing.
I think
that
I
Joe Barry
I
thought
think
was
they
a
should.
good
I
idea.
legitimately think they should both be gone. I think Matt LaFleur
Joe
sucks as a
Barry,
play
yes.
caller. Matt
I
LaFleur
don't
is not a good
disagree.
play
I'm
caller.
glad I wasn't paying attention to this game. I would have got flashbacks to Daniil Hunter last year, and it would have broke
Well,
me.
also, Devontae didn't even have that good of a game until like the last drive. I don't
Until they
know
put
what-
Preston Smith
Jimmy
on him.
Garoppolo just wasn't throwing the football or something when Jair was covering him. But here's the thing. Like, Matt LaFleur sucks as a play caller.
Yeah.
And I believe maybe even another year, but I am really starting to sour on him very heavily.
I think you have to give him another year because he was so good with Rodgers in the last 2 years where he struggled. It was injured Rodgers
With Aaron
and then
Rodgers.
injured Aaron Rodgers with no pass catchers, and now he has young Jordan Love who
With a
is
young receiver
developing.
core. Yes.
Right. The
Young
only
receivers.
viable, legit,
So-
consistent player on the team is Aaron Jones, and
I'm
he's
gonna
been hurt.
say no, though. You
So.
give up because of what Kurt said this week about LaFleur.
What did Ben Kurt say? I missed it.
Ben Kurt came out and talked about LaFleur's the reason he doesn't play football anymore because LaFleur's just a cunt to everybody. Like, just straight up. Like, that's the reason he got cut
his
is because
name-
LaFleur was a cunt and Ben Kurt, wouldn't handle it anymore and, snapped back at him and that got him cut.
His name is LaFleur.
You also
Are
have to
we
remem-
surprised?
Rodgers left because of LaFleur. That's who it was.
Yeah?
So,
oh my God, yeah.
dude, McCarthy wasn't a good coach, but, at least Rodgers liked the dude.
Lifetime extension! Scare off all of the
True.
talent.
But
yeah, dude,
fire
Ben
him.
Kurt's out on him. Rodgers is out on him. I think I'm out on him. I'm good. I don't need to see more of him. Making people
I've
hate
never
themselves.
been more in on him.
That's fair.
I'm out of
If I'm
LaFleur.
being biased, I'm in
It's
on
all-
him. But also,
I don't know how Joe Barry has a job.
I don't either, dude. I could call a defense better than
It makes
Joe
no
Barry.
sense.
dude,
Yeah, it makes
can
no
we
sense.
also just talk about Jimmy G and how he is what people, including what me and Miller thought about Kirk Cousins a year and a half ago? He is the true benchmark of quarterback.
Yeah.
He is just mid. He's not good at anything, but he's not really bad at anything. He just exists. Jimmy G is the line. Because when you look at Kirk and Jimmy G, Kirk is 10 miles ahead in every way. Except maybe, I guess, looks, because everybody thinks Jimmy G's hot for some reason. I don't really understand that one, but
enter into this argument. But here, my one takeaway from the Raiders' offense from this game is that the Patriots should have traded Jacoby Myers. We talked about this.
yeah.
Should have paid Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Instead, they chose identical money for a guy
Also-
who's caught 10 passes this year.
Divine Diablo is the
Yeah.
coolest name in all of sports.
I wish he was good. He's getting there. He's getting
No.
there.
Bro forgot General Booty exists.
Has he
I think I
played
used to play
ever?
football. He used to play football. I think it's for
But
Oklahoma.
he's on a college football team.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he's
if
on-
you don't
he's on
play,
Oklahoma.
can you really be right? I know he's on Oklahoma because I've been making jokes about him since the day it was announced he was going to school there.
He's only a sophomore. Let's chill out.
That's
out.
fair.
Only a
But
sophomore.
General
shot.
Booty. So he's not a football
Um,
player yet. He's a backup.
Okay, then what about Fat Watts?
Didn't know that was a real human. So all right.
Yeah, wide receiver at the University of Tulane, baby.
That's why I
But
didn't know who that was.
But yeah, that is our week 5 breakdown.
Yeah.
Finally.
And
What do we
none
have
of
for
us
time,
had a
Geek?
breakdown this time.
It's because I'm completely broken already. It's Jover.
Can I get a time check prior to
Give
us
us the
picking
time,
games?
We're fine.
buddy boy.
We're on about the same pace we always are. We're about a minute 40. Yeah, we're a minute 40 into it.
All right, let's speed run some picks and we'll close out the show. Here we go.
As we do.
Week 6 on Thursday night, the Broncos and the Chiefs. Taking the Chiefs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think
I will also be taking Taylor Swift to remain undefeated.
yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Kahifis. The
Take that.
Kahifis.
You just have a stroke.
Yes.
Ravens versus the Titans. Give me Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm taking Baltimore. Which is
Even though
exactly why
Baltimore has
Tennessee will win.
been-
Miller be different.
Yeah.
Miller be different.
No, not for the Titans. No.
All right. Panthers, Dolphins.
Oh, who?
Oh no. Panthers, Dolphins. Panther. If we,
Give
if we,
me the Dolphins.
if we did locks on this show,
No, I wouldn't pick it as a lock
And
because this is the
depends.
type of bullshit where the Panthers win 10-7 somehow.
Saints versus the Texans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins. The Saints I'm taking the Saints.
I'm taking the Texans.
Me Houston.
Okay.
Give him the Texans.
Wild.
The Commies versus the Falcons. The Falcons.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah.
The Commanders aren't good at anything. Not one thing.
Defensive
The
line.
way the Falcons defense has been
Hasn't
playing,
mattered. That has done them no good.
But the thing is, the one thing the Commanders are good at, the Falcons have an answer for.
Yeah.
Because their offensive
Yeah.
line's good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that defense will handle Sam Howell pretty easily. The Commanders don't really have a run game, and Falcons do. We'll see how that goes with the defensive line, if Bijan Robinson can cook or not. But yeah, I'm picking the Falcons.
Yeah.
Colts versus Trevor Lawrence.
I'm taking the Jags.
London.
It's in Jacksonville though. The Colts haven't won in Jacksonville in 10 years. I'm taking the Jags.
Which is exactly why I'm taking the Colts.
Give me the Minshew revenge game. I'm
What?
taking the Colts.
Minshew mania.
Drugs.
Minshew mania comes back to
Tiger theory or
Jacksonville.
whatever.
Here we go. Let's
Except
not
this
forget they beat the
doesn't
Ravens
work
with
for
Minshew.
QB2 theory
So,
because you're planning for Gardner.
here's the thing. They beat the Ravens with Minshew, which the Ravens are a better football team than the Jags, so it is certainly possible. On the road too. They were in Baltimore. So yeah. Give me the Colts. They got a chance. Plus, the Colts can run the football now with JT being back, and Zach Moss can run the football apparently. Seahawks Bengals. This is a good game. I am, however, taking Seahawks.
I am also taking the Seahawks. I just have
They have
no
the
faith.
corners. They have the corners to match up. They have the corners, so I think that they can pull this one off in a shootout.
Great point. However, counterpoint, Bengal good win game.
Okay.
All right.
Did
That's fair.
you say Seahawks?
I did say Seahawks. Yes.
Okay, good. Oh, here we go. The first Run the North Bowl of the year. Vikings Bears. Wait, hold up. Packers played the Bears week 1. Never mind.
Yeah.
But still, Vikings Bears. Give me Chicago. No Justin Jefferson.
We
give me
are
Bears.
so back.
We are so back.
I
Give me the
actually
Bears.
don't know what to do for this game.
You can
like-
you can stick by your team. It's okay.
So I'm going through this thing where I want us to win because, that's good. But, I also really don't want to be picking 15th overall again. I would like,
Pretty intense,
we're
but
losing Kirk. I would
6 weeks.
like to get a quarterback.
Run from it.
From it,
Destiny arrives
Destiny
all the
arrives all-
same.
DJ Moore 300-yard game incoming. Give me.
I'm picking the Vikings
the
because
Chicago Bears.
the Bears are the Bears.
Bro really pulled out the weakest excuse. We're so back.
49ers
I-
Browns.
I hope you are, but fucking 49ers
Give
by
me
a
the
billion.
49ers by a billion. Yeah.
if DTR starts Browns, I don't think he will.
They're not
so
starting
49ers.
DTR.
And even if he
No,
does,
dude,
the
Watson
Browns
hurt.
That's why I'm
defense
picking
isn't
the
that good.
49ers.
If Watson's hurt, did y'all see who their backup is?
Is it Kellen Mond?
No, it's PJ Walker,
Oh, Dubs.
PJ Walker.
who looked like
Oh,
shit.
time.
I
And I
can't
ain't even
believe he
trying.
got cut and Nathan Peterman had
Just
a job.
kid
That's
from
the
Chicago.
wildest shit.
Tyson Bagent QB2 anyways.
That's
Who cares
true.
about either one?
Bears fans want him as
Patriots,
QB1 though.
Patriots Raiders, the Jacoby Myers Bowl. Rematch of the game from last year where Jacoby Myers threw a pass backwards that ended up getting picked by an unnamed player.
We skipped an early game,
and what?
didn't we? Or is
What?
am I on drugs?
If we did,
Oh.
well, we didn't because I have them all written
No,
down.
my-
This man
No,
a top
my
screen.
the thing I'm in a competition for picks and it has the Lions Bucks listed as an early game, but it's not, so my bad.
It is not, no.
My bad.
But yeah, Jacoby Myers Bowl, what do we think?
I'm taking the Raiders, dude. I don't trust anything about this
I'm
Patriots team.
taking Taking the Patriots. Bill Belichick coaching masterclass against McDaniels.
I am
They'll
also
find a way.
taking
Dude,
the
I
Patriots.
want to, but the Patriots just let me down playing a not good team.
Well,
Like, the Saints are not that
Bill
good.
Belichick knows Mike McDaniel or Josh McDaniels better than
McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels knows
That's
Josh
fair.
McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels.
But they
That's
couldn't
true.
guard Olave and Michael Thomas. Devontae's better than both by a lot. So, like,
That's true.
but that is trust. Hold on, you're trusting Jimmy G to get him the ball. I don't know what to do. I'm taking the
Counterpoint.
Patriots.
Counterpoint,
I'm switching.
Jimmy
I'm taking the
G
Patriots.
doo-doo.
True. I'm taking
Yeah.
the Patriots. If they let me down again, though,
Buccaneers,
I hate
give
them.
me Detroit.
Miller, are we agreeing here?
We're
or
both
no?
thinking it. We're both
something.
thinking
We
it.
should just do it. I'm in if you're in.
There.
Give me Baker. Give me Baker.
Give me Baker.
I'll take
Give
it.
me. That's what I had marked down, anyways. But I didn't know. Dude.
Josh Dobbs versus Matthew Stafford. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah. Rams. Actually,
Nobody
wait.
can guard either Puka or Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Rams. I thought about it for a second.
No,
but then
I thought about
Greg
it.
Dort-
Jets defense versus the brotherly shove.
See, I think that's more the Eagles defense versus Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
And
give me the Eagles.
give me the Eagles by about 92.
Isn't this the primetime game?
No.
No, Giants Bills is the Sunday night game.
Oh, that's right. I knew this
Which is so much
Sorry.
worse. It's just so
Yeah.
much worse because Daniel Jones might not even
Yeah,
play.
because the Jets have a
Maybe
real.
maybe
Actually, that
that'll
might
make
be
it
better.
Maybe that'll make it
Tyrod
better.
might cook. And we could always get a
It doesn't
Josh
matter
Allen
who they-
disaster class.
Listen, it doesn't matter who they have a quarterback. They don't have an offensive line to block for him.
Yeah, but all they need is a Josh Allen disaster class.
All right, time for my upset pick. Giants Bills. I'm just kidding. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills by $1 billion.
Miller,
Is he
What are you
predicting
thinking?
the disaster class?
what are you thinking,
I
Miller?
kind of want to. I kind of want to do it. Part of me wants to do it.
Don't. It's not worth betting on the Giants, bud. I promise. Even
Is
in a
Saquon
disaster
playing this
class.
week?
No. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, they
I'm
could
going
do-
with no. I
No,
can't be sure.
He practiced. He's actually fully practiced.
He
today.
practiced
Just-
the last 2
just
weeks,
put that
though,
out there.
too.
Yeah,
He was
give me the-
considered
give me the
questionable
Bills.
last week, and then he was out 2 days before.
I'm writing Miller
Saquon's
down for
not
the
a guard.
Giants for parity. Kidding. Kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, if Saquon, listen, for full transparency, if Saquon was 100% ready to go, I would have taken the Giants.
Wild.
We have a decent Monday Night Football game with the Chargers and the Cowboys to finish off the show, picking Justin Herbert versus Dak.
So I know the normal answer is to pick the Chargers because coming off of a bye week, but I think Brandon Staley's a moron and that bye weeks won't help him.
Also, Kellen Moore knows everything about what Mike
That-
McCarthy's going to try and do.
I don't think that matters. I really don't, because Staley's bad, so he won't listen.
I'm
and-
taking the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys just got bullied. I think they're gonna show out just as like, no, this wasn't real. Fuck you. So yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Give
Miller?
me the Chargers.
That tracks.
Okay. All right. Those are our Week 6 picks. And without further ado, that is all we have for you guys. Please be sure to do whatever you can to help grow the Geek, what's that face for?
What face?
You were just like,
Yeah. This
Okay,
this
well,
episode wasn't as bad. I was expecting to get more bullied because of my reaction during Sunday.
we're all too tired to bully you next week.
No,
When
I
the
won't
Bears
react
win
like that.
next week.
But I figured this loss was gonna happen. I just have to stand by my picking the Vikings every week, like I said the other day.
Every week. Yeah. But yeah, please be sure to do everything you can to help grow the podcast. Go follow us on all of our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, at Run the North Pod, everywhere. Give us a rate, review on Spotify, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, all the fun stuff. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.